does that
y'all
mean?
actually have a sense of style.
Oh.
Y'all have your own sense of style. Tron would never dress like you.
Mm-hmm.
You won't dress like him.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all have a style that is noticeably you.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Me, I just put on green and blue. That's it. Like if it's a color, I say, okay, I gotta find a color that goes with that color or the same color. I'll put on blue and blue. The only thing I won't put on is red and red. I actually wouldn't even put red with anything else red. Like if I had red sneakers, I'm not wearing anything red. You might, because you might wear a red purse or some shit like that.
You know, I was just thinking about getting a new pair of red sneakers.
And what would you wear it with? Black,
anything
leather
other
pants,
than red.
A denim shirt.
Yeah.
Some shit like that.
Yeah.
I can't dress like I know how it look.
Like I would put like a whole denim fit on with red sneakers. Yeah.
But I couldn't do it. It doesn't look right on me. It doesn't feel right on me. It doesn't
What does it
just
feel
don't
like?
feel like
you
me.
feel like you cosplaying somebody else?
I just don't feel comfortable. This is how I feel comfortable.
Matching.
Okay, I get it.
It just doesn't suit me like that. I could see him putting that outfit together. I try to put that outfit on, and I feel weird. It's like, nah, it don't feel like me. It doesn't feel right.
What about it?
What do you mean? What about? I'm not
the coordination of colors.
Yeah, the fact that I'm not matching.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I have a need to match. Like I would never just take an outfit with a whole bunch of other colors and then put on an orange hat.
Match.
It does not suit me. I would feel weird. Like I'd be looking at everybody like, y'all looking at my hat, right? Like I just don't, and I know it matches. It's just not my thing.
And I be trying not to be too matchy.
Me too. I actually actively go against it.
That's the play. That's a great play. I think I'm just too old in the game being this way. I never really was fashion conscious. That's just not.
Really?
No. I was never very fashion conscious. I would definitely buy an outfit off a mannequin.
Like straight off the as the stylist put it together.
Jimmy Jazz special.
Oh, you can't put it together.
Nah, I'm not a put it together guy. And anytime I try to put it together, people be like, what is this? What is this outfit?
Matchy.
No, but I'm just saying, like, when you think about it, like, once you have different pieces now, right? Do you constantly wear the same shirt with the same jeans every time you wear a certain shirt?
I never wear the same outfit. I rarely wear the same outfit. Not never, but rarely. But I have different things that might go with the shirt.
So you just kind of keep yourself in a box?
Pretty much, yeah. It's a very comfortable box. It's plush.
Come on, plush. It's padded. Is it a padded box?
Room. Yeah, I see what you're trying to do.
I didn't do anything. All I do is ask questions. I realized that about myself, that I don't really make judgments. I just ask questions that sound judgy, but I just be asking questions.
Yeah, nah, you lie.
Oh, okay. Well, then it is that.
This is a lie.
Now I'm a liar.
I don't ask questions.
I ask a lot of questions.
Nigga,
and it comes off judgy as fuck. What I told
Are we
people?
recording?
Yes, sir.
Oh God, here we go. What?
Y'all ready to go?
I'm here.
This is gonna be a tough week.
For who?
A lot of people. It's been a tough week for a lot of people.
It's Monday.
How y'all doing? Look, yesterday is in the building. How you feeling over there?
I'm feeling good. How y'all feeling?
You good? I'm not even gonna ask y'all because y'all don't really say nothing. Anytime I ask y'all how y'all doing, y'all don't say nothing. The only thing you say is Parker's kicking my ass in school.
But that's my life.
Yeah.
Am I not allowed to talk about my life? What do you talk about?
I don't want to hear about that shit right now.
Oh,
how are you doing?
Matter of fact, you got a shirt that says "Friends don't let friends have kids."
They don't.
So what are we?
You're a terrible friend. I've told you this before. You should have never let me do this.
Wow, that's peace.
I agree. I don't know what was I supposed to do. I literally bullied y'all. I was like, don't have kids. I say it all the time.
You know me. You have to give me the why. You can't just tell me not to do something without giving me the. No, I wouldn't have.
Yo, where's the camera?
Which one?
You know your camera.
Whichever one of you niggas that has patience enough to deal with women, salute.
What?
Women are the most incredibly annoying.
Niggas too.
You don't even have a mic. This is the problem. This is the problem. Women always have to tell men what else they could have done. There's always an addition to, like, you could just be chilling. Oh,
That's
you couldn't have done this, but you could have did
But
this.
how
while
did
you was
this
doing
become
that.
a man thing? I thought this was
It's
about
like-
friends.
No, it's-
you see how you just had to move the goalposts, and that's just crazy.
It's
Because it was
incredible.
friends don't let friends, and you said, so what am I? I didn't say you're a man. I said, you're my friend, and you didn't do a good job as a friend.
It's incredible
It's crazy.
how they
The
have
line
to
is
have,
always moving.
Yeah, they have to have input. Nigga, how do you have the patience to deal with this? You have a lot of women friends around you.
Yeah.
How do you have the patience to deal? Do you just ignore them? I said I need to know.
We're not
I
bad.
seriously need to know
You have to ignore
how men
Not ignore them.
deal,
You have to.
because I don't have that kind of patience.
We know.
Right? Every time. And that gaslight thing, I didn't realize that women have been gaslighting us since the beginning of time.
That's crazy.
Since the Garden of Eden.
That's facts.
They've been
Garden of
gaslighting us since the
Eden?
beginning of time, and we don't know. We just, because we just think, let me listen to her. Peace, happy life, happy wife, happy life. But they've been twisting around reality to make it seem as if what you did was foul to them or wrong to them. Like, I don't have kids. Don't have kids. You didn't explain it right. Bitch, I said don't fucking have kids.
But you didn't say why.
I had mad at him at the time.
I had mad at him. You definitely had you had a possible at the time too.
And impossible.
Down bad.
How do you deal with this, Sean? Seriously.
This is crazy.
I really need to know.
I don't know how
I
this
need to
turns into
find a well
man
of
versus
patience.
woman
How do I
conversation.
deal with? I don't understand the question. How do I deal with women?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Nah,
Okay.
you were talking.
No. It's fine.
Nah,
You
seriously.
can't answer it. Because then that
I
goes
can answer it. I just unclear on the question. You asked the question, then you went on a
Charles,
rant,
you're not
and I
gonna
forgot
jam
the
me
question.
up.
How the fuck do y'all how do y'all find the patience to deal with women's gaslighting? The fact that they always have an alternative. The fact that they have no accountability whatsoever. Whatsoever. Like, you can't say you did this because you did this. I know I didn't. Yo, I'm on the phone with the girl today. Oh my God.
Come on, the girl.
The girl.
The girl is crazy. Your
You got him.
fiance, the woman you're gonna marry.
I'm on the phone with the girl today.
I knew this had nothing to do with me. I felt it.
No,
this is not even about me,
This
y'all.
is about all of you.
This ain't got nothing to do with me.
All of you.
Okay,
Let
friend.
them cook.
I said, I'm giving her some advice. She asked me advice. I given her advice, right? The phone's dark. She hung up. Call her back. You hung up on me? No. I clicked over. I said, so why wasn't the call there anymore? If you just click over, I'm not stupid. I know you click over it, I'm on hold.
Right.
I didn't hang up.
Let me sit down.
She said, no, I called somebody. So you hung up on me. No, I clicked over. What the fuck is going on? I said, all right, I said, never mind.
That's peace.
Son, I just said, because when I started thinking about it, I said, is this important enough for me to be right about? Because where am I right now? I'm driving down a block like.
Yo. Nah, Tanae be gaslighting the fuck out of you for real. But don't put that on me.
Sometimes you just gotta laugh about it, man.
But how do y'all deal with this type of shit? Like, I don't understand
You
it.
gotta just know it's coming. You gotta just understand that it's coming. You know it's coming. If you know it's coming, you can't. You know what I'm saying? You can't be too upset at it. We talked about this before too.
We did.
We talked
We-
about
we
this.
had this whole conversation
we had
right
this
in front of the
conversation, and
house.
we already said like.
And you said you were
when
gonna do
see
better.
It coming, yo, salute. That's peace.
That piece is so funny
You
to
said that.
me.
You said
We
that.
said that. Come on.
Yo, that is the epitome of gaslighting. If I had a nigga that I'll be really like emotional about something, that nigga nod at me and say that's peace, I'll fuck you
I
up.
say that all the time.
I
People
know
hate
you
that.
do. I kick your
So
I'll throw
how do
something
you
right
deal
at your
with it?
head.
Do you just that's peace in
Kind
a
of
way?
like what you said. Like you gotta pick your battles. Like, is it worth it? Because do I feel like arguing over this shit just to say
So
that I'm
you
right?
just hold on to it and or you just let it go. The fact that she literally just lied or just changed everything around, you just let it go.
Or laugh about it. Like you gotta find the humor in everything.
Do you laugh with her
No.
or at her?
No. Laugh quietly. Because she's not gonna get the joke. It's my own
So
joke.
now you have an inside joke with yourself. Holy shit.
We got a lot
My
to
nigga
talk
said I
about today.
clicked over.
We got a lot to talk about today. Y'all laughed at my broccoli hat. Shout out to Broccoli Fest. We got an ambulance. In a minute, the ice cream truck gonna come by. You know,
got a what?
Our crib. The ambulance gonna by, and the ice cream truck is gonna come in a minute. But we got a lot to talk about.
Say
today.
it one more time.
We have a lot to talk about today.
Say the A word.
Asshole? Being a fucking asshole right now?
No, I find it to be so funny how black people say ambulance. They be like ambulance.
I don't know.
The ambulance because like say it again.
You know what? You're a teacher.
I'm
And
not a teacher.
So you were, but I do. Before we get into any of this, I do want to say I worked the Labor Day parade recently,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Me and yesterday, we worked the Labor Day
Carmeli
parade.
does
And
not
Carmeli.
exist?
You were there. Carmeli. Carmeli, use your come get a pineapple's voice. Let's hear this.
Stop.
Son, this girl sounds like she's begging you to come get us. She's like, hey, do you want a pineapple? I'm like, Millie, stop. Stop. That doesn't work.
But what happened though?
Yeah, I think you just shut up and you started
How many
like.
customers we got?
We did.
A lot.
We did.
It worked, man.
From my voice.
Give them. Let's hear the.
No.
Did you have a megaphone or something?
Nope.
The reason I started this conversation right now, at this point, is at the Labor Day parade, I realized the most dangerous person in this world, the type of person in this world, is a 17-year-old little nigga.
Yes.
17-year-old what?
Yo,
A 17-year-old little nigga. You didn't know that before?
Screaming,
Yo.
With
Don't
a
put too
shiesty
many of them niggas together.
and a hoodie
It's
in the middle of the
up.
summer. Some of them niggas is unwell.
Give them anything to drink, put pussy around, put any type of opposition around.
Ew.
yeah.
Your life will change in an instant. They don't care about nothing. How the fuck did you deal with that atmosphere as a teacher? Is what I want to know. Cause they scared me. I called the police. I called the
Yo,
police.
I'm screaming.
You remember? Them niggas about to fight. I was in the car like, you niggas gonna do something. I did. I moved the whole pineapple stand. I had 2 tables in the tent, bags, knives, everything. I said, move this shit. These niggas about to go crazy.
That's facts. That's facts.
Yeah,
We talked
he
about
was
it. Yeah.
all
These niggas don't get in the car. Danae, get in the car. How the fuck? The police ain't even want to do nothing.
Yeah,
did.
police.
They just
Yo,
stood right there.
they was standing right there. You know they was scared.
The police walked over. They walked over and just started hitting their butt. Boom, 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 boom. Trying to make noise.
Turn the
So that they
radio
knew
up
this shit was
loud.
there. Them niggas didn't give a fuck about
They don't
none of that.
give- A nigga that's gonna wear a shiesty in a fucking tech suit in 90-degree weather don't give a fuck about life.
Don't give a fuck about
What are you gonna say to them? How did I deal with them? I appealed to them. How did I deal with them? I had them under my wing.
You became one of them. That's what.
I didn't become one of them.
She's the queen. She's the queen bee. She's
I'm not the queen,
little
though.
nigga.
It's crazy.
No, I appealed to them. I had them under my wing so that when they went ape shit,
didn't come
I
off
was
the-
out the way.
Yeah,
Like,
you didn't come off sounding like you was a teacher and all. You sounded like you was
Part
one
of
of them. You knew
No.
the culture. You knew
No,
them.
no.
Y'all niggas ain't gonna play with me like that.
I can't go into a building and say y'all niggas like no. That's not what I do. What I do it. Now I'm giving away my
She's
game,
lying.
The
right?
sauce.
She's like,
Now I'm about to give it away, right?
See?
No, that's not it.
did all that. Go ahead.
No, that's not
Because
it.
Miss
I appeal.
the one I had, Miss Hall, she ain't do this and shit when she was talking to me in Summit. SP Junior High School. She ain't talk to me like that. She
No.
was like, now.
No, I'm not gonna. But see, that's the thing. I'm not gonna now. I'm not gonna do that. I'm fair. I'm firm, but I'm loving. I love you, but I fail you. If you need a break, if you need a place, if you need like a reset, you need a safe space to go to, a safe person to talk to, I'm here for you. But I'ma still fail your ass. Like it's just, I'm just honest, I guess, and it's. I'm not far removed from them. I'm not that much older than them. I'm not from a neighborhood that's much different than they are. So I just appeal to them. I don't try to wag my finger at them. I'm not, you have to say what I tell kids all the time. You can either listen to me or not listen to me. The consequences are still going to be the same. I give hard suggestions. Do what you want.
You mentioned being honest today. You
Yeah.
just said that you'd be honest, right?
Yes.
I already called you a liar.
You call me a liar all the time.
I want to know how many people in this room are going to be honest with me today. First of all, we lost a lot of legends this week.
Rest in peace.
We lost
we?
Fat Man Scoop.
Oh yeah, that was
Last
this week.
Last week.
We lost James Earl Jones
Today.
today.
Uh-huh.
That's crazy because I'm thinking that people gonna be like, oh, James Earl Jones. These
Wow.
motherfuckers like he ain't like black women anyway. Next.
Really?
I was
Who
like,
said that?
wow, yo.
Wow, really?
What?
Who said that?
I guess look it up. I don't know how y'all be knowing so much about
First of all,
people. Like y'all be
I'm
knowing
never looking up the love interest of a 90-year-old man, so I don't
That's
know.
nasty business.
How would you even know that?
They found. I didn't even know Dirty Diana.
Investigators.
I didn't know. I knew Dirty Diana. They bringing up Michael Jackson now. They like, oh, you know, she was like molesting him. I'm like, what? She's like, she was 23 years older than him or some shit like that.
You talking
And
about
she
Diana
was-
Ross?
Yes. Apparently, they was in a real relationship. They was really fucking.
Wait, so Dirty Diana is supposed to be about Diana
It's
Ross?
Diana Ross. I'm like, how? Now I seen threads
Nah,
where there's
no
a
way.
whole thing
No
about him being. She started fucking. She brought him in at 9 years old, and then somehow over the course of time they became romantically involved. This is the thread I seen. I don't know if it's true or not. I seen the thread. I didn't do no research.
Yeah.
Don't this. Hey, I ain't got nothing to do with it. Apparently, she started to move on. As Mike was talking about it in interviews, yes, I'm in love with her. Yes, this, that, the other. She actually said in interviews too, I'm in love with a little boy, a boy that I met when I was 9 years old. But she kept it ambiguous. She was smart enough at that time to know she couldn't talk. This was the story I heard, right? This is the story I heard. She now gets engaged to some white dude, right? Or married
Tracy
or
Ellis
whatever.
Ross' father. That
Whatever.
Jewish nigga.
Right? Mike has a shrine in his crib. He's like overwhelmed with like jealousy with this whole shit. And he starts fucking with Elizabeth Taylor. I didn't even know Michael Jackson was fucking with Elizabeth Taylor. I had no idea Michael Jackson was like, yo, they said Diana Ross took his virginity. I had no idea. Now, Diana Ross gets jealous. Wait, this is the shit I heard.
I never saw this documentary.
Nah, this shit is crazy. This is
Look,
like a
somebody
movie.
said facts. Is that about this? Look, now Diana Ross gets jealous of him and Elizabeth Taylor. They all get on stage when he got something. Now Diana Ross is getting in between them and got Elizabeth Taylor over here, Michael over here. They looking like this. She acting all weird. Apparently, it's the whole thing. Anyway,
That's crazy.
am I the only person that heard this?
Yeah.
Never heard of
Where
it.
did
who the
you
fuck
see
was Dirty
this?
Diana? Who the fuck was Dirty Diana about then?
Nigga, I don't think I was
Why would
born when Dirty Diana came out.
So no.
What was that? That had to be when did Dirty Diana come out?
Yeah, it might have been 88, was it?
I was not born. So I'm sorry, I don't know the tea.
Let me see if I can find this shit real
Now
quick.
you got me getting tea
Y'all
from the
talk.
70s. That's fucking crazy.
Y'all talk real quick. Let me see. I don't think that I bookmarked this shit. I wish I did.
Yeah, I didn't hear that. I mean, I heard that it was a story about some funny business, but I never heard that it was about Diana Ross. That's a crazy.
Dirty Diana.
So he made a diss track
Diana Ross
and
diss
used
track,
her real name in it, Dirty
Yes.
Diana.
and that shit was fire.
That's kind of bold if that's true.
Between Diana Ross and Michael Jackson. I mean, really strange. The kind of strange that made me question, what did Mike really mean when he called Diana dirty? And if you think I'm implying what I'm not explicitly stating, you're right. And today I wanted to bring it to your attention, if you haven't already heard about this shit. Now, mind you, this is a woman who met Michael Jackson when he was just 9 years old, and she would have been 23 at the time. So what their relationship eventually grew to be is just strange. But because she's Diana Ross and he's Michael Jackson, this just completely flew right under the radar. Now, we all know double standards exist, but let's just keep it a sieg. Y'all know damn well if the shoe was
A
on the other
sieg
foot
is
and it
crazy.
was Michael who was 14 years her senior and knew her since she was a 9-year-old little girl, y'all would have had a fit. And nobody would have a hard time labeling him a groomer.
Like him. Michael and I, we're in love, and there's nothing to do about it. There's nothing to say. So,
Now, over the years, people speculated
That was Diana Ross.
that because Diana Ross was the woman that took Michael Jackson's virginity, this is why he developed an obsession for her. Whether it was in his music or in his books or in his interviews, it was clear that Michael Jackson just couldn't get enough of Diana Ross. And to be fair, she fawned over him in her interviews as well. But because she was an older woman, she wasn't as careless and forthcoming about their relationship as Michael had been.
I said this.
So while Mike is going Diana, Diana, Diana in all his interviews, because she's older, she knows how to keep some level of decorum and mystery with regards to their relationship. Like this interview, she talked about it, she addressed it, but there was still some level of ambiguity. I mean, this interview could have easily been chalked up to her being facetious when she said she was in love with a boy that she met when he was 9. A little boy who she took in and became a surrogate mother to.
I just want to say, I don't think I would ever refer to myself loving, being in love. Maybe. As a mother, maybe. Couldn't this have been taken out of context? If she was like his mom figure or some shit? But
Hell no.
Didn't he have a mom?
He had a whole...
In a family?
Catherine's still alive right now.
But how old was Michael when she said that she was in love with him? She met him when he was 9. He could have been 20.
What does she mean take him in though?
He could have been 20 at the time she said that, is what I'm saying. She met him when he was 9, but when she said she was in love with him, how old was he then? That's
okay, so if he was 20 and she was 30 something, it's okay.
It's better than if he was fucking 10.
Well, she said she's in love with somebody she met when he was 9. When he was 9. Hold on. Let's see what's going on here.
But fuck that for right now. We'll get into this more in another part. Diana Ross got married to some Norwegian businessman in 1986, and Michael Jackson hated it. He was rumored to have been deeply jealous. As far as he was concerned, Diana was always going to be the lady in his life.
Not the song Lady in My Life.
Closer to Elizabeth Taylor in the mid to late 80s. Shit, he even bailed on a dinner date with Diana Ross just to be with Elizabeth Taylor. Diana hit him up, Elizabeth hit him up, and Mike tried to be funny and combine the two dates.
So it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing.
Try to combine
I
the dates.
don't know
if
any of this is true. I'm gonna bookmark this shit. I'll share it in the Discord so that y'all can read, so y'all can see the whole shit.
What the fuck?
But yeah, so it's on TikTok. Apparently, there's a couple of things going on here.
Yo, son, like y'all was just, it was the Wild Wild West when y'all was coming up, huh? Y'all didn't give a fuck about nothing.
It was. I'm telling you, we ain't had none. It's so crazy now.
I was born in '89. Dirty Diana came out in '88. This is not even my
It came out
realm.
in '87. Damn.
Even worse.
A
This
year
is not
after she
even-
got married to the nigga. I'm looking at the lyrics now. The Dirty Diana. I'm like,
It came out a year after she got married to the nigga.
yeah.
And he cursed her out.
So hold on.
album.
Is Dirty Diane, is that one of the best diss records of all time?
It might have been.
Son.
It might be.
Is that what it is?
What's the lyrics?
Dirty Diana.
He ain't say nothing crazy.
Oh.
You never make me to take that weight off of me.
Trump. You said you reading the lyrics.
Oh, no, I was reading, was it a diss track? And they're saying that it was later denied that it was a...
Of course.
But
You'll
yeah.
never make me
What is
stay,
the
so
lyrics
take
to
your weight
Dirty?
off of me. I know your every move, so why won't you just let me be? I've been here times before, but I was too blind to see that you seduce every man. This time you won't seduce
Get
me.
the fuck out of here. He lit her ass up.
She said, that's okay. Hey, baby, do as you please. I have the stuff that you want. I am the thing that you need. She looked me deep in my eyes. She's touching me so to start. She said, there's no turning back. She trapped me in her heart. Dirty Diana, no. Dirty Diana, no. Dirty Diana, no. Dirty Diana, let me be. Oh, no. Oh no, oh no. She likes the boys in the band. She knows when they come to town. Every musician's fan after the curtain comes down. He calls her all types of a hoe. She waits at backstage doors.
Slut.
For those who have prestige, who promise fortune and fame, a life that's so carefree. She said, that's okay. Hey baby, do what you want. Wait. I don't care what you say. I want to go too far. I'll be your everything if you make me a star. Dirty Diana, no.
Nah, he flamed her. He lit her ass up, son. He lit her ass up, son. Nah.
Damn.
Nah, more fire. Let me find out Mike had bars. And he sang that
That
shit.
shit was hard
Come
too.
on,
Like
son. Come on, son.
He sang that shit.
he threw, he got it.
That nigga did the moonwalk to that?
The best
Trump,
diss
what the
record of
fuck
all
is you
time.
looking at?
So Mike was saying that the song was about groupies or girls who hang around clubs and concerts.
Right.
And he said he wrote the song based on his own experiences. initial report saying it was a dig at Diana Ross. He denied it, and Ross actually used the song at her concerts. So I don't know.
That was a diss.
Right,
that was a diss for sure.
That's definitely a diss.
Yeah.
Like,
some
that's
shit
how you
Drake
change the
does,
narrative
right?
and be like, oh, you gonna make a song about me, bitch? I'm gonna use this shit now. Fuck out of here, dirty Diana.
The timing is crazy though. A year after her marriage,
she turned it into a term of endearment.
Oh, come
she
on,
repurposed the shit.
Not that ass. Repurposed the diss record is crazy.
Right or wrong.
And like who at that time is really gonna be that salacious to say, yeah, I wrote this shit about Diana Ross? Like, you gotta lie.
Yeah.
But you're gonna call it Dirty Diana. I mean, damn, you're gonna be that
wicked.
bold.
I think that's the artist.
Why would you?
Like,
go ahead,
like,
yes.
No, I'm saying like that's the artist fight. You know, they both artists, so I think that's the like, you know, the personal shit aside. They like, nah, we gonna get our shit off in the music. Like,
that's fucking crazy.
I don't know, bro. You can't tell me. Why would he name it Diana?
Right, after somebody that you're so close to. It could have been
the
dirty
random
anybody.
groupies,
Like somebody that you love so much, somebody that was there, like you're this person's protege and you're gonna name it Dirty Diana. Like you're not
like
low.
After the
John.
marriage too.
Right.
It's not like Rob.
Right.
Like, this is a specific person in your life. It's like me saying like dirty trauma. You know? Dirty yesterday. Like, what are you talking about?
No, come on.
Well, it's not about you.
No, it's about somebody else.
It's about the random niggas.
Dirty Dasha! No! Come on,
Get
bro.
me out of this.
It's about all the groupies.
It's about all the groupies. It's crazy. I hate y'all.
So,
All y'all do is ruin my childhood. Like everything that I thought was one way, the older I get, I find out it was something different. And I really want to know why your generation was so lawless.
I mean,
like what y'all like? Why y'all like this?
Ourselves. We was finding ourselves, but it's crazy because we was lost in what was sold to us. Right, this image of things that was sold to us, and we started doing that stuff, and we believed it, and we formed a code around it, and with that. So the whole culture followed it, right? We followed every leader that we got. We was like, all right, we're gonna do that. Whatever. Remember Jay-Z with hats and whatever. I mean, jerseys and all that. Whatever they said do, we did. There's a reason I'm bringing this up. What's the rapper dude that passed away this week?
Rich Homie
Quan.
We lost Rich Homie Quan as well. He's a legend in some ways, right? I wouldn't say he's like, ooh, I'm about to go too far. Let's keep it here.
Be nice.
He ain't Future. Is he Future? Is he up there with Future?
No.
What the fuck?
Lifestyle is fire though.
Why are you comparing dead niggas to niggas alive?
You talk about his impact music wise, right?
Impact. Yeah. Impact.
I don't know.
I would say he's right up under that. Right up under that. Right up under that.
He's right under there.
They did like a top Atlanta rappers list on Complex or something. You know, not that Complex always gets it right, but for the most part, it was all right. Yeah, Rich Homie Quan ain't gonna be
you better access
as
other
high
niggas.
as Future. But, you know, respect. He still had a good run. He had a good
top
career.
20.
34 years old.
Yeah.
Not too much on Quan's out. I'm sorry, I gotta do it. Told you, ice cream truck coming. Didn't I tell you?
There's too much noise out here.
With all due respect to Rich Homie Quan, when we became drug addicts.
Niggas been drug addicts. That's why all these niggas is dead.
That's what I'm saying. Niggas dying left and right. Fentanyl. All these shits. Like when did we? I remember back in the day, son. Niggas could not just be out here doing coke, popping pills. I remember when niggas started doing lean. Just before they found out the mix, niggas was just throwing back Robitussin.
Yeah.
Niggas was really stuck on the corner. Stuck on the corner for hours. Stuck standing there. We thinking like, yo, this nigga lost his mind. No, the nigga, they on that lean. On that what? Niggas cut you off for that. Here come Lil Wayne. We gonna come back to Lil Wayne later. For right now, here come, my syrup and these niggas,
But even before that, it wasn't, it's some southern niggas. I'm telling you.
on some
Sipping on some sipping
Nah, the
on some
Texas niggas,
scissor.
I think, started that way.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. These southern niggas, these niggas is unwell. South of the Mason-Dixon, they been doing crackhead shit. Nobody want to say nothing about it. I don't know what to tell y'all.
But niggas up here do crackhead shit too.
But at least they doing
niggas
crack.
up here was doing?
Wu-Tang.
Wait, what? Nah, come on. Niggas are smoking
Wu-Tang
Wu.
was the first niggas that was...
Who was smoking Wu? They got that
said
shit
it on in
The first time I ever heard about that shit was
The smoking
from
woolies since I was 16. That was in Cream.
No.
grew
The
up on the
first
crime
time,
side.
the first time I heard about that shit, smoking Boonk and Hennessy. Who was that? Trick Daddy. Isn't Boonk the same thing as a Wooly when you put the little cocaine in the weed?
Nah.
What's that?
So you didn't listen to Wu-Tang?
That's what I'm saying.
Because Trick Daddy definitely came after Wu-Tang.
35.
Okay, you didn't, right. So I was in my teens when Wu-Tang came out.
And
but
I
yes,
was
them niggas
probably
all, I think,
4.
all them niggas was smoking woos. That's why, I think that's why it's called Wu-Tang. I promise you.
I thought it was because they like Japanese, the Chinese Japanese.
Yeah, I think it
movies.
was a mix. I think it was one of them double entendre shits. I know, I don't want to say I know for a fact Old Dirty Bastard did it, but
Bro, I'm about to say
kinda know.
niggas up here was doing shit too. Like, it's not a southern thing. Niggas was doing dust head shit up here too. Like,
Dust Head shit is
I'm dead
crazy.
serious.
For it to be acceptable enough to put in your songs, Wu-Tang was the only niggas that did that.
nobody else was doing that, bro.
Yeah.
Nobody.
True.
And who you know that was, yes, you're significantly younger than us. I would think, no, you around her age, right?
I'm 31.
All right, so y'all around the same age.
Yeah.
When you was growing up, niggas was doing coke?
Not
No.
niggas that I was with, but niggas was doing coke for sure. Niggas was still doing coke. crack.
Black people?
Yes.
Where are you from?
I'm from Crown Heights. I'm from right across the Eastern Parkway. Yes, niggas was doing coke and crack. Yes. I don't know. Like, this is not like, I don't know why y'all saying it like this.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe
Niggas still
because
do
I've
that.
always been hood adjacent. Maybe I just didn't dip my toe that far
What?
into the
Niggas
hood
still
side.
do that.
Because
Yes.
I didn't.
Black niggas,
Niggas was
Spanish people,
smoking weed.
yes.
Niggas was drinking Black and Miles.
I'm
We
not
was
talking-
drinking E&J. We was doing cheap
Regular
liquor,
nigga shit.
like regular
Regular
nigga
people
shit.
shit.
Like, I don't know nobody. The only people that I know that used to do cocaine was strippers. Was strippers that worked in the white strip clubs in the city. Dumb bitches was on coke. Other than that, the average nigga on Clifton between Bedford and Ocean was not doing cocaine.
Niggas be-
somebody said, shout out to the Discord, they here. All right. Somebody said, didn't most celebrities die from overdoses?
Yes, but
Yeah, that's
but
been a
which
thing.
celebrities? Because
White
our
and
celebrities died from gun violence. Most of my generation celebrities, they died from gun violence. Like my grandparents' generation, all them niggas was on heroin and crack and coke and alcoholism and shit like that.
Yeah, but that's not the hood. That's once you get around. That's like
Yeah, that's
dominoes.
Hollywood.
Like that's once you get to Homino's.
Hominoes.
Hollywood. It's not you part of a whole different culture, and you're
Yeah.
doing what's around you. It's a social thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's not what we was doing in the hood. Like it was a thing not to do your own drugs, never get high off your own supply.
Yeah.
That was a big deal. It was a big deal. It was part of the code of the streets.
Mm-hmm.
You don't do that. And at some point, niggas became the fiends.
Yeah, I always say all the time,
Mm-hmm.
like the niggas I looked up to was drug dealers. The niggas y'all look up to are drug users. We are not the same.
When did that happen?
We're not the same.
But
Because
hold-
yesterday, what nigga just popped
No,
out a baggie
I'm not.
coke
when
around you
I'm-
and was like,
no. I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about my friends or homies. No, let's clear this up. I'm not talking about my friends or homies, but I'm talking about people outside of our orbit. Like it's not something that just nobody was doing. Like no, people in the neighborhood did it because obviously people still sell it. People still make money off it. So I can't be like, oh, nobody does it if it's clearly a thing, right?
and I remember even when I was hustling, the nigga that sold nose candy, he had a very small
Clientele.
clientele, and it was normally
Niggas was mostly on weed.
It was normally some like you said, like a whole different type of person that wasn't like culturally relevant. It was like some weird motherfucker that, yo, I need some coke, I want some nose candy, and then you want to give it to some chick or some shit like that. Apparently, I don't know, but we wasn't out here sniffing coke.
Niggas is
shit
not out
nuts.
here on drugs.
Older
like
niggas,
that.
the older people, them little older people from like by the corner stores and shit like that.
Yes.
Them niggas are doing coke for sure.
The older people, right? But not.
Because they was already addicted to that shit from doing coke and heroin from the 80s and the 70s. No,
But that's what I'm saying. If all we've seen is niggas selling drugs, what do you think happens on the ladder? You think niggas are just not gonna end up doing the drugs? Everybody's just gonna stay.
I never sniffed
that's
I never
what's
smoked
going
no crack, nigga.
Oh, that's peace.
Trying to say. When you say that, do you believe me? I never did crack. I never was cutting it up.
No,
Like, you know what?
I believe you. No,
And I've never been
What
around
was it
crack
like?
until recently. And we know what happened when I was recently around crack.
Yeah.
My whole life, I lived 30 years in Brooklyn. Never seen crack, never been around crack, never smelled crack. The minute I move out this hole, crack smoke blown on me on Nostrand Ave. The fuck?
I was telling my friend the other day, if some shit is for you, it's for you. It's gonna find you.
Crack? You trying to say crack is for me?
Shit was on you. That shit was on your jacket.
This is why I ain't come back for months.
meant
You
to do it.
see? I got my lick back. Fuck Brooklyn. I ain't coming back to this cracky ass place. This
Speaking
crack
about people
shit out of
getting
here.
their lick back, rich homie Quan died. His I think his baby mother found him in the crib.
Okay.
Subsequently, about she started posting her sadness. Somebody else started posting their sadness too. And somebody else started posting their sadness too. All his chicks, my loved one, my Daquan, or whatever his name was. We was talking about you getting, making it out. All the time we spent together, people posting videos. He hugged up, kissing them. Erica Banks started it. He looking in the video. He looking in the camera. He ain't give a fuck. Yeah. Then go kissing her and all that, grabbing the titties. Yeah. Mine's. It's not your baby mom. It's not your chick that you, right? People like, oh my God. Why y'all always gotta pop out the woodworks when somebody die and let people know that you was fucking with him? You was a side chick then, be a side chick now. Why y'all always gotta come to the fucking funeral crying? I don't know if they're wrong for doing this.
I don't think that they're wrong for doing this. I'm more embarrassed than men. Like, are y'all not embarrassed?
I'm dead.
Like,
How the fuck am I embarrassed if I'm dead?
I'm not talking about the deceased. I'm just talking about the thought process of this is something that happens so frequently. Like, is it not embarrassed? Like do men that have so many women, do y'all never think about like, yo, what would happen? Like, what is the impact of my life, and how is this going to impact my family, my children?
Do you not
when
think them chicks
when
knew
I'm
that
deceased?
that he had other chicks?
But that's not you're not hearing me.
No.
You're not, and it's fine.
It's not that I'm not ignoring you. I'm just bypassing what you're saying.
That's fine.
Because he's fucking with somebody. She knows he's a rapper. She knows he got bread. She knows he's giving her access to a whole lifestyle that she doesn't have. He's not coming home sometimes. He's not coming back sometimes.
It's very
He's
nasty.
not answering. Why can't I mourn when he passes? Just like you, bitch. We was on the same team. All of us.
I that is not my gripe here. Like, I feel like everybody has the right to mourn the way that they want to mourn. I just think that it's nasty, and I think it's really fucked up, especially for his baby mother and for his kids. Wow. Like, you can't even grieve your father and your man the right way, because every time you open up the fucking timeline, instead of niggas sending condolences, and side bitches coming out the woodwork with pictures laid up with your dad. Like, that shit is embarrassing.
My baby mama might have been a side bitch too. Just because she had my kid don't make her my. She just got pregnant.
Okay.
I don't know if that was it. Was she married?
Okay.
Trauma, am I bugging?
No, you're not bugging. Unless he was married, then it's,
like, that makes it better. So, like, married men don't do it. It's
that means that he was
it's
a
still
single
embarrassing.
man with multiple shorties. Like, that describes a lot of people's lifestyle. He was 34. He was young. He apparently he wasn't married. So he was living a
Nobody in here is married. So what are we talking about?
Somebody
like, that
said
doesn't
they were
mean
together
anything.
for 15 years. I say, so? She wasn't married. She was a down chick. She was his down chick. She might have been his forever
crazy.
chick. She might have. What? We know this about people.
This is nuts.
What? Am I?
It's
yesterday, Carmelli, am I bugging?
No.
I feel like no, like I feel like
Of course not.
We know how it is. Like
niggas in here.
I'm not even. This is a losing battle for me right now. Like, y'all, I just think that there is no shame here, and I think that this is more so like we're normalizing something that we shouldn't be normalizing at this point.
If they said they were poly, then what?
That's different.
Why?
That's literally
I have
completely
to wear
different.
a poly shirt I have to wear the shirt.
Oh my gosh.
If you were poly, then we would have already known that you was fucking with Erica Banks. We would have already known you was fucking with this bitch and that bitch.
Wait, but why?
What do you mean why? Because if we knew about one girl, if you're in a poly situation and it's open, if I know about one girlfriend and you publicize one girlfriend, then you will publicize all girlfriends.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't know he had a girlfriend, to be honest with you. Like, well,
who was really thinking about him before he passed?
Like,
who
not
was
that
really following Homie Quan around?
Not that closely.
Exactly. So how would you know that he had a girlfriend if you wasn't following him?
I'm pretty sure he wasn't posting her.
But like you died in my house with my kids. Like
that's true. That's true. No,
I'm not even.
That's true. That, like I said, that's true. And also, she found him. So again, there is
because you live here. Because you were sleeping on the couch. You're so comfortable as to live here. What?
I didn't hear. What did he say?
Welcome back to Social.
Oh my gosh!
I said whoever finds him owns him. Like so, whoever's house he was at, that had to be his person. That had to be the main one because he was there at that time. That's where he chose to pass.
Okay, no. See,
respectfully,
this is crazy. No, this is crazy.
What?
No, this is crazy.
What?
This nigga is left his right, left unhinged. Right.
This is out of pocket.
I'm just asking a question respectfully.
No.
If he passed here, that means that was where he was always.
No, but I do think that there was credence to him and her being in a relationship. Now, and like I said, that's fine. And I do think it is a bad thing for her and the family because being the one that she found them and they are in a relationship and they live together. Of course, you don't want to see your father or your boyfriend plastered over the net. You know what I'm saying? In that type of way, of course. So that it's not a flawed thing. I don't think it's like a so what thing. But I don't think it's like. Again, like, what are you gonna do? You can't tell people how to grieve. And like Tahoe said, if people have the connection with him too, it's hard to tell people how to grieve or which way to handle that. So
I just think people are very. I think sometimes men can be very selfish and short-sighted, and when we see examples like this shows like the short-sightedness because we think that we don't believe in our own mortality, and not only that, like our morals and values just be all over the fucking place because like you're like, okay, I'm dead, I don't have to deal with the consequences and repercussions, but that's a lot of trauma. Bad enough you already died in the house with your family. Bad enough you were already on the couch and niggas thought you was taking a nap and left you there for however long to take the kids to school and kids is walking past their dead ass daddy. Now on top of that, I'm going on the internet and niggas gonna be at my school talking about, oh yeah, I didn't know that your father was fucking with this one, that one, that. Like, you know how mean kids are? Like, this is something that's gonna affect them later. You gonna say the wrong person to the wrong thing to the wrong person, and the first thing gonna say like, aha, that's why you walked past your dead daddy and he was fucking on mad other bitches on your mama, and now everybody fighting in the school.
I don't think it's a big deal.
Okay.
I think if your dad passed away from a potential drug overdose, the fact that he had a couple of girlfriends is the least of your concerns. You know, when you're mourning about
mad bitches.
Yeah,
like I'm about to say like that's not a dig.
That is a dig when it's on your mother. But that is a dig.
But what I'm saying is that makes the other person look bad. That doesn't make Rich Homie's kids look bad. His kids don't look bad because of what their dad did.
I didn't say that his kids look bad. I said that
niggas
have. I said niggas have no shame and they're short-sighted and their selfishness in the way that they move because they don't understand the impact of their behavior and how it can impact the people that they care about. That's my only. But
this is people in general though. This is not just the men thing because women do. You don't think there's women that have passed away and it's been 1,000 niggas that come out like, oh, this is mine. The same thing happens. It's not a men.
I've never seen that shit.
What? I'm holding it down.
Show it to me. Show it to me.
You tried though. That was a good check. I was there with you till I was
show it to me. I've never seen nothing
We're
like
not about
it.
to sit here and say this women. That's never happened with women.
I didn't say. I would never say never. I'm saying show it to me. I'm saying like this is not something that you've ever seen. You see this shit all the time. You hear about this shit all the time. Granddaddy died and there's mad bitches that's crying too hard in the fucking funeral. Why are you crying so hard? Because that was your nigga too. Like it's just I don't care.
Trump,
I don't care. Like,
you over there quiet. What are you thinking about?
I mean, I agree with what you're saying, Tahoe. I'm like, and Dodge was like, we shouldn't normalize this, but unfortunately, it's normal. We're not normalizing it. I think it's pretty normal for a rapper in Atlanta in his young 30s that was a millionaire, that had a wave, to have multiple women. I don't think that's abnormal. whether he was committed to his baby moms or not, for him to have chicks on the side is pretty normal in wherever he fit in his culture. Am I saying that's a good thing? Do I think that's what should be acceptable for the black family and all that? If we're talking about being progressive, that's a whole different conversation.
Yes.
But is it normal? Sure, it's normal. It's not, I'm not surprised.
Hold up. Somebody said, Malcolm says, how many guys popped out after Amy Winehouse died?
Now you talking about white pitches.
But they are saying that he lived. Okay, Malcolm, why are you calling her a bitch? What'd she do to you? They saying that he lived with the woman that found him, and apparently I'm wrong because since he lived there,
That's the main bitch.
that was his main chick. I mean, this woman, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
He got her a crib. She had the kids.
Yeah, and that's fine. Like I said, that's not wrong with that being his girl. Like it's just other shit was going on.
I just want to know, is the side chick's wrong for speaking out? Like she's making it about him.
Of course I am.
Fine.
I don't
You're
think
making
so.
it about him.
But I already said no to that.
The side chicks are not wrong for speaking
You can't tell people how to grieve, but then you also shouldn't have so many loose ends around that was short-sighted and selfish.
Yeah, I agree that if they're mourning somebody that they cared about, they probably have feelings for him in some way, shape, or form, if not loved him straight up. And he passed away. So it's not like they just random fans clout chasing, posting pictures. Oh yeah, I took a picture with him.
No,
Back
had a
in
whole relationship with this
2013,
man.
like, yeah, I love this man. I was with him yesterday. We were talking about dreams. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, at that point, you can't be mad.
I was with him yesterday. It's mad fucking funny.
I think that's what she said.
Yeah, that mean I'm just going off of what we was talking about.
I think she said something like that. Like, I was with him yesterday.
Did you do the drugs with him too or no?
Okay, see? Y'all.
That was
Yesterday,
me?
what do you think?
Sorry.
Yesterday, what do you think? And Melly, I want to ask you I want to ask you this question too.
No, like I said, I feel like I don't agree with the women. I feel like both people are wrong. Obviously, you shouldn't be doing the shit if you don't want it to come back because you can't tell people how to grieve. But I also do think the women, if you really fucked with him and y'all really had a relationship with him, then you would be more conscious about his kids. Maybe you don't have to care about his relationship because he don't care about it. But I think how it looks for his kids and what Dodge was saying about that, I think you should be more mindful of that. Like, because again, if you fucked with him,
these bitches to be mindful? You see these hoes?
I'm just saying.
My thing is this, right?
Everybody got to go back to church and learn how to shut the fuck up and bring back shame and decorum because it's very messy.
I might jump on Dodge's side here just because y'all all agree. I want to hear what Melly thinks. Should the side chicks come out or express their grief on social media? Because you can express your grief with your friends. You can go, y'all can have get together and y'all do that. Y'all pour out some liquor. Before social media, that's what we did. We poured out liquor. We sat on the stoop till the sun came up. We smoked. We talked. We laughed. We cried. Whatever. And we went about our business. We lit some candles. And that was it. Now you got to go out and tell everybody in the world, millions of people, that you was fucking a nigga. But out of respect for your own grief, you're saying that they should have the right to do that. Melly, what do you think?
So what did they do exactly?
All right, never mind.
Thanks.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
Because I could understand how you could kind of flip-flop to the other side of this argument. I could see that because if you held it down all this time, when you was my side chick, why now?
Why do you have to do it now?
But
why you got to ruin everything now?
So to answer that question, they probably held it down for him. They didn't want to fuck up his life and his baby mama situation.
So now he dead.
So out of respect for me,
that makes it even worse.
So
that's why I said the mindfulness.
To your point, you don't know how mindful these chicks are. They might be like, well, fuck the baby moms. Like, if he was married to her, then it's like, it's a little bit different. If he's not married, I could see them thinking like, all right, I'm not holding it down for him no more. He passed away. I don't really give a fuck about her. She's the ops to me. I'm just thinking about how I'm not justifying it. I'm thinking about how they might be thinking.
Fuck her response. Get your shit off. Worried about judgment in here. Fuck her response. Get to you. Get your shit off.
That's crazy.
I want to be clear. I'm not justifying it, but I'm trying to put myself in those shoes, and maybe that's what they thinking. Who knows?
I'm pretty sure the baby mother knew that he had other chicks.
Yeah.
Right? I'm pretty sure. Like, you can't have, I mean, if you're Nigerian, you could have like 5 wives, or Haitian. I've heard
that's
this.
different.
I've heard this. Haitian niggas be having mad families.
That's not.
Oh, now
not
you
the same
got
as
something to say. Oh,
African.
you heard that. Out of everything we was speaking about, you heard that.
We got
Not
him.
the
She
same.
said, "Sapas." What you say?
It's not the same as the Africans. The Africans, they know.
They know.
But the Haitians, they be sneaking.
They be having
You don't
secret,
know.
Same thing like a
secret families.
Jamaican.
Secret families.
Exactly.
But I was just like, yo, I
Family.
can't hide. You could hide. I can hide a fuck here and there. I could get off, before I get in the crib or some shit like that. Go wash up. Did never happen. Mm-hmm. But whole families?
Did you read the study that there is like a decline in niggas having side families because they can't afford it?
Yeah, that's good.
Because of the economy is so fucked up, niggas can't afford to have side families no more.
That shit's stressful.
I can see it.
Who the fuck would do that?
I try to tell people.
Shit is tough.
I try to tell people online the other day, and y'all could laugh all y'all want. If a nigga's been cheating on you mad times, and you never found out, you should respect that nigga.
What?
Huh?
You know how much work that nigga went through to make sure you couldn't find out? You know how much
I'm gonna
time
fucking
and
find out,
effort
trust me.
and doing shit right by you. You never thought about where he was at. He was always on point with you, and because
That's
once a woman's
impossible.
once her instincts start peaking,
That's
it's over.
impossible.
She's gonna find out because now
impossible.
she's watching everything. You said this, but you're here. You're not showing up here. You're there.
Some
You're
women know.
you're
They just don't say nothing.
I never said speak.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Let me get my shit off. You know how much shit he had to do by them other people for them not to come back and tell you shit? That nigga been working hard
She probably
to
knew.
maintain your peace of mind.
She probably knew.
That nigga is a hustler. Respect that man. Because there's a lot of motherfuckers out here. And the same way, and the reason why this is right, because y'all say that's what y'all do when women cheat. Y'all say y'all go to extra level so a nigga would never know. Your friends be your alibis. We be thinking you here, but you over there. Y'all put in that work for us, and y'all say that's what makes y'all a better cheater. So when I say it about a nigga, what's the difference?
Because it's not true. Most women know. Most women know. They
you
have an
talking
idea.
about-
You ever
don't
heard
know.
of something called willful ignorance? You know what that is?
Okay.
Do you know what willful ignorance is?
Okay, I've
if
heard
you're
of it.
taking care of everything at home and I have minimal things to complain about, it's not that you're so airtight that I don't know. I just don't give a fuck to have the argument because I'm getting everything that I want here. Most times, women burst the cheating bubble for men, not because you're cheating, not because you're sloppy, not because you're airtight, because you're not fulfilling my expectations here. There's a gap here, so it's given how fucking dare you. But when your shit is airtight, it's not that I don't know. I just don't give a fuck because it's airtight. Do I have everything do I want? Do I have everything that I need? Are you stressing me the fuck out? Am I worried about bills? Am I worried about money? Am I worried about these kids? No. If I don't have to worry about any of those things, nigga, have fun. But if I'm home with 5 kids and I'm broke and my fucking my account is on negative and I'm paying most of these bills and you have the audacity, you lost me.
Tiger's ex-wife sued him.
For what?
How much she got? 93 billion?
And you wanna know why?
$93 million
Do you
or
wanna
some
know-
shit like that?
do you wanna know
Everything
why
was
shit
taken
like
care
that?
of.
No.
She never hit a fucking golf ball.
No.
She never
See,
did shit.
you're
Everything
speaking-
was taken. She took the man shit. She took 2-3 man shit.
You're speaking in broke. You're speaking in broke, and I'm going to tell you why. Because that's not enough. When I said everything that woman needs is airtight, you're thinking about money because you think that that's all that she needs. She probably has all the money in the world, but he's probably not doing what he's supposed to do emotionally. He's probably not doing what he's supposed to do physically. So now I know I can take all your bread and I could go be with the nigga that's going to do what I want him to do. And she probably going to be with some nigga that don't have as much money.
Why are you smart?
Let me say something. Dodge, you made very good points.
But it was
bullshit, they were all wrong.
No.
However. Welcome back.
But you sidestepped the whole scenario that Tahoe let up.
Okay.
The whole scenario he was talking about was very specific. He was talking about if the woman did not know. And you like, well, she has to know, and she's just going to play like she don't.
There's no option where a woman can't know. We're talking about a specific scenario when a woman does not know, which can be possible. And you just made a really good point about a whole different scenario.
Okay.
You just hijacked it and moved the conversation over to here to make a really good point.
That's peace.
But it wasn't relative to what Tahoe was talking about.
Because y'all niggas y'all like to live in a very delusional world where y'all think that y'all have cultivated these side escapades to be so perfect that the woman that knows everything about you, that knows how many times you probably washed your ass last week, that you think that she don't know that you fucking on somebody else.
So
I'm sorry.
So you're saying there's no woman that doesn't know?
No, what I'm saying
so
is...
in that one specific person that doesn't know, that's who Tahoe was talking about.
It's highly improbable.
Show me this woman. We're talking about that one improbable case.
Show me her.
Dodge, we're talking about that one... Dodge, we're talking about that one improbable case. Tahoe made a very specific point.
There's no such
thing. So now it's a zero probability.
I can only speak for me. In my thought process, it is highly improbable. It's highly improbable that a woman does not know. It's called willful ignorance. Something happened and I chose to take a blind eye. I saw red flags and I chose to ignore those red flags because I didn't want to deal with that shit.
I've been with a Haitian man before. What y'all saying?
You never been with a Haitian man?
Never.
Don't do it.
Really?
Don't do it. They'll break your heart and your Gucci.
That's
so différent.
I would like to see you.
Girl, Haitian men is not for the weak.
Really?
They're not.
I mean, Yoruba men are not any better.
They're not any, but Haitian men are sweet too, but you gotta be careful because they're gonna come with side families.
Kids.
They have side families.
Kids.
Not just kids.
Baby mother.
Side families.
Oh.
They have the ability to love you and to love a whole other family unit.
Marriage.
They have the ability to simultaneously make you all feel like you are the family.
Yeah.
Nobody does that like a Haitian man.
Okay.
With no effort. They do it with no effort. They will sweetie baby you to death.
What is that? What was that to prove?
The reason why I'm saying that is like these people don't know.
They do. That's
what?
That you.
Okay,
that has not. You. I'm sorry.
They saying they do know. Yesterday you had something to say.
No,
Shout out to Jessie Wu. That was her clip. The Jessie Wu on Instagram. Go ahead, yes.
No, I think what Dod's saying about the willful ignorance, I think a part of that is true, but like, come on, we have to be honest here. Like, there's certain people that just don't know. Like, we can't.
They probably just don't.
Because
that's willful ignorance. That's not that you don't know. You just choosing not to speak. You're choosing not to see. That's what willful ignorance is.
Let me ask y'all a question. Let me ask y'all a question. Hold on. Yesterday, when a woman cheats on her nigga, is he willfully being ignorant?
Sometimes and sometimes not.
All right.
Sometimes and sometimes not. Because you can literally, most men know that if you know that your girl is fucking somebody else, you're gonna leave. Bro. Automatically. Bro. Some niggas, they're not built, they're not ready.
I've never known a woman was cheating on me. Yeah. Have I been cheated on before? Probably. But I've never known for a fact that she was cheating.
Nigga,
and just was like, I'm gonna act like I don't because she takes care of everything else. What?
No. I'm not saying no. I'm not saying that your option, like you're choosing to be willfully ignorant. All I'm saying is that there are personal times that you know that if your girl is cheating on you, you're probably going to leave. And if you don't have an exit strategy, you probably can't even pick that fight today. Because when you're ready to pick that fight, you're gonna pick that fight and you're gonna fucking leave. There's so many men that cheat on women and the women stay. It's not the same. Those are false equivalencies right there. Does that not make sense?
Am I bugging? Is she right?
No.
Everybody's confused?
No.
The
goalpost is in the U-Haul.
Oh, it just drove around the corner.
Yeah.
The second nigga cheated.
It's been moving around. That's why
that shit did a wheelie through PS3.
That
shit was like, okay. That shit did hit 12 o'clock. All right, we an hour in. Man, oh man, Dodge. That was a great conversation. Thank you, sweetheart.
I hate y'all.
I appreciate you.
I hate it here.
I do. I appreciate the fact that you were able to make mincemeat out of my argument. But I stand by that. That. If a motherfucker could cheat on you and you never find out, that nigga was putting in some work. I ain't saying he's a good nigga. I'm just saying that nigga was working goddamn hard.
Like, never find out?
Never. You never knew that this nigga was wilding.
That shit is highly improbable.
There's chicks out here that don't be knowing the nigga have a whole babies. Sure. This nigga got a whole relationship somewhere else.
That's different.
It be people out here that don't know the nigga's married.
That's
like,
different.
All this shit.
No. That's different. Because you might know that there is a possibility for sidestepping. You just don't know how far it's gone. Like, I had somebody in my family that had a lot of kids outside of their marriage. The wife knew about a few of them.
Shit.
But it wasn't until he died that she found out exactly how many of them niggas that there actually was. And me, I was sitting there like, so you ain't know it was 9 of these niggas? And she's like, nah, I really thought it was like 3 or 4. I said, it was 9 of these niggas. I knew it was 9, but she knew about 3 or 4. Like, you know that there's something you just don't know
that's
to the
situation.
Extent of.
That's your situation.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, that's willful ignorance.
That's now, but you got to think about before social media and all that too.
That's a different world.
But now, I don't know. Let's just move on because
you ain't hear what happened with Barbara and Shirley. Like, you've been hearing these stories forever. Papa was a Rolling Stone forever. They was finding out about side families and all that shit back then. As a woman, you know, you just choose to deal with it or you choose not to deal with it. That's it. Imagine a nigga that's that airtight. Show me that nigga. I want to talk to him.
I have a long conversation to discuss. This is gonna mature, right? I'm glad we're doing this. We're at an hour right now, right?
Yes.
I'm glad that we're doing this now because this probably is gonna take the next hour, most likely, unless Dodge finds a way to shut us down.
All right. I'm about to shut down.
Dodge just takes some shit and she just puts a pin in it, and then when Trom is just exhausted, like, I'm not even going there. Yesterday, how you feeling? You all right?
I'm good. I'm here.
You already know where we're going with this.
It's good, baby.
It's going to start somewhere. It's going to go somewhere else. It's going to go several places.
Here we go.
Dame Dash teeth fell out.
Yo, I hate you.
I was like, finally! I'm tired of hearing Dame Dash speak. I think his teeth were too. His teeth was like, I'm out of here, fuck this nigga. And I was like, finally! But it was finally for a lot of reasons. It was the cocky bullshit. Like that aura is now gone, right? It's been going for a long time, right? We see him, and it's like, I was talking to somebody about it. I had a really loud argument yesterday in the barbershop because the nigga was like, oh, I hear Dame talk about all of this different stuff. All you hear is him talking about, like, yo, every interview it feels like Dame is talking about Jay-Z. He's continuously talking about Jay-Z. He's continuously talking about Jay-Z. Like, my nigga, if you are this prominent nigga, you're this dope ass nigga.
Do it again.
Why you gotta keep talking about the old nigga? Go ahead, that's what you say?
I said that's not true.
I said it's true.
It's not true.
For me. I see too many interviews.
You're not watching enough content. It's not true. And
who the fuck want to hear Dame Dash talk that much?
I'm telling you for a fact, as somebody that's watched Dame Dash interviews, Dame Dash asked every interview to not speak about Jay-Z, and they ask him about Jay-Z every single interview.
So maybe he should stop doing interviews, or maybe he needs to have more interesting stuff going on in his life, except for what happened.
That's
20
what
years
he
ago.
tells the interviewer every time. He said, "Yo, I'm doing stuff the last year, 5 years, 10 years. Why are we not talking about that? Every time I come here or when I come on these platforms, I keep asking me about the same Biggs, Jay-Z, Rockefeller. Yeah, asking about the same shit. I'm here to talk about. That's what the whole. Remember the Breakfast Club, the cookies. My son got. That's what that was about. Like, bro, it's so much other shit going on, but y'all keep having me go over the Jay-Z shit. So I don't know, bro.
Yesterday, I'm gonna say I hear you, but I'm also gonna say fuck out of here.
Okay.
And the reason I'm gonna say that is by the reason I'm gonna say that is because Dame Dash is a big enough person to have in front of you where if he says it and you violate it, I will leave. You're not gonna violate me by keep asking me the same question. And I told you I don't want to talk about that. Next question.
Right.
Next question.
Kim Ben did that.
You know how many times people want to ask me about my ex co-host, my ex nemesis, or this person, and I'm like, I ain't got nothing to say about that. I ain't got nothing to say about it. Or I say, I'll speak about it in a light that doesn't give you nothing. I wish them the best. Still love Shorty. She got a great. This other one got a great pod. What you gonna get from that? I'm not going into all of that, feeding your need for that. So why does he continuously need to do that? If that's the case, why?
Bitch ass nigga.
You talking about a person that was the head of a label that had all of this talent on it. You don't know how you're publicly being perceived. You don't know the effect of your words. You're not able to see that. You're not able to foresee that. You're the one telling Def Jam and all these people, I know what you're trying to do. You're not going to play this game with me. Right or wrong. We've seen it. He's not able to tell a fucking podcaster, I know what you're trying to do. No, he doesn't know how to do that. That's what you're saying, yes.
I'm not saying he don't know how to do that, but I'm saying, like, come on, we got to be honest here. Like, is Dame Dash in a position to go on platforms and be the Dame Dash from old? Come on, be honest here.
Yeah, he always
No, I'm talking about the bravado. I'm talking about I'll walk out. Does that benefit Dame Dash more today than it did? Like, come on, this is what I'm saying. Like, he's not the same person from old.
So to back up what you were saying, yes, I've in a few interviews that I heard him speak on, he mentioned nothing about Jay-Z, and I've also heard him, when he was asked about Jay-Z, say he does not want to talk about Jay-Z. Unfortunately, when there's certain relevancy with him and Jay-Z that comes up and he might get asked a question, those are the clips that go viral, not the other hour and a half of the interviews. But I've seen a few interviews of his where there was no mention of Jay-Z or any of that. But to respond to what you was just saying, yes, he still has the same arrogance in those interviews that he had when he was popping 20 years ago. And that's his problem. He lacks humility. You should have had humility when you was popping, but you should definitely have humility on your way down. You know what I mean? At what point are you gonna be humble? It's kind of strange. It got to the point where I couldn't even watch his interviews anymore. Some of the shit he was saying was good. He was like, as an entrepreneur, some of the shit and his advice and things like that, some of it was good, but his just attitude, he was very argumentative with every interviewer. It doesn't matter. You think it was just Charlamagne and Envy, like maybe it's a personality clash. He was the same way with Earn Your Leisure. He was the same way with Shannon Sharp. He's very argumentative to a point where it's like difficult to even listen to the interview.
He was on Club Shay Shay?
I believe so. It might have been before it was Club Shay Shay, but he did have some interview.
I think he did.
Well, I don't know if it was Club Shay Shay yet, but it might have been. Yeah.
Speaking of just super random, I love Club Shay Shay.
Yeah.
That Marlon Wayans interview was chef's kiss.
Let's stay here.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Shout out to Club Shay Shay and Marlon. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Marlon proving Vlad wrong.
Yep.
Shout out to that. But that conversation kept going, right? Because as Traum said, that arrogance was there. Mm-hmm. And my thing is this your only weapon? And the person I was talking to basically said Jay-Z was the fall of Rockefeller.
How?
There has been a big, interesting air around a lot of things that's happening this week, right? Mm-hmm. So we're going to start here with the Dame and Jay-Z thing. Mm-hmm. People, what he said was Jay-Z wanted to be like Leor and them. He wanted to have that presence so bad that it was easy for Leor to wave certain brand deals, certain things in front of his face while things was going on with him over there, which actually caused the things to happen over there. They said like, yo, Jay, he would take the deal with Armadale or Ace of Spades or 40/40 or all of these things. He would take those deals, and Dame would be like, yo, you doing these deals with these Jews, with these people that's not like you. They want to own you. We want to own our own shit. That's what we about over here at Rockefeller. That's what we fighting for, to own our own shit. And you keep taking deals with the people that want to own you.
Mm-hmm. Those are two different. There's differences of ideals. Those are differences of business mentality.
They say you got two different types of niggas.
Yeah.
In a room, but the one with what the guy said was the one with the slave mentality had the power. So while Dame was his mouthpiece, his weakness was that the power had a slave mentality. The person with the power wanted to be with the masses.
Okay.
So I get it. They had two different strategies. The problem is Dame's strategy. There's this saying that this old Bayesian lady used to say to me, you got to, she was like, you have to eat shit before you could throw it. Mm-hmm. So with Jay's strategy, it's kind of like a means to an end. Mm-hmm. At some point, I'm going to be able to be the boss and be able to move shit around. But until then, I'm going to partner up with people from other races that are going to put me in a position. And now he's a billionaire, and now he can move with a little bit more discretion. Dame, another quote I heard is, all right, you could have 100% of nothing, or you could have 10% of something. A lot. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like Dame owns a lot of his companies outright, but which career would you have? I'm talking about business-wise. You know what I mean? Like Dame, and that's why I said, like, when I listen to his interviews, he does drop a lot of gems. It is important to own, but he also, he goes too extreme with it. Even the Breakfast Club interview where he's like,
I see you about to say something. Yesterday.
Oh, you work for somebody. Like, yeah, there's a lot of successful people that have jobs.
Let's not act like Dame. Now, I hate Dame Dash.
Damn.
Wow.
God damn. I didn't know it was like that. That's how we was giving it up. He annoying as shit.
There's a lot. There's a lot to it with me.
Okay.
Right. That I've lived through.
Okay.
Right. Remember, I was there this whole time, so I built this feeling over a long period of time.
Okay.
But let's not act like Dame hasn't been blackballed for a long time.
But that's
the minute Hov got away from him, everybody he shitted on the way up was like, "Oh, we cooking this."
Because he lost his leverage.
We cooking this nigga.
But
act
that's
like
why.
Let's say, and you got it right now. You take it right now. But that's not when you say, 10% of 100% of nothing. He could have made it. But now he has all these people that every time he makes a move, they're like, not over here. Give me that.
And
not over here. Give me that. Rachel, whoever's in bed with you. No. Go ahead.
I was saying, and you have the Jay-Z cloud over everything you do. So you have the people that will work with you, but they know that if I work with Dame Dash, I'll never be able to work with Jay-Z or Roc Nation again. So what choice are you gonna make? Am I gonna work with Dame Dash, my mans, or am I gonna get some real money with Hov? Most times niggas are gonna get some real money with Hov.
Yeah, I agree.
Not to say that's the right thing, but that's where.
But right and wrong is really a perspective in this one. It depends on what type of business mind that you have. I feel like sometimes this is gonna sound crazy, but Fuck it, I don't care.
Bring the crazy.
Yeah.
Get your shit off.
I feel like sometimes as black people,
Get your shit off. Write that down.
I feel like sometimes as black people, we don't understand the leverage that you can have in building relationships and networking and collaboration. And I can truly understand why, thinking about our history in this country, why we would want to like forthright be owners and delve into ownership. But sometimes you have to start in partnership before you can get to ownership. Sometimes you have to be a part of the corporation to see and understand the inner workings of the corporation before you build your own. And I think that those are two different ways. There's a means to an end, but I would see myself as being more of the Jay-Z mind than the Dame Dash mind. We can even talk about the way that we have approached business here. Like, Tahoe, you're very Dame Dash. When you talk about the businesses that we've created, you're very Dame Dash. Like, this is mine. I want 100% of my shit. I don't want nobody else to own my shit. I don't want nobody else to tell me. And there's been several times that I'm just like, but we can partner with somebody else. We can collaborate with somebody else. We can build with somebody. And then it always comes back to, I want my shit. I want 100% of my shit. And that's fine. That's just two different ideas. We both want success. We both want to be successful in the realm in which we want to be successful. We just have two different thought processes of how to go about it.
Disagree.
Nobody's wrong.
Disagree. You painted a good picture, but you're wrong.
How?
I would partner with somebody else.
Y'all niggas that I'm wrong. Y'all always tell me I'm wrong.
I would partner with other people if it was beneficial to us in the long run. If it made sense in the long run. We haven't had a situation that we already created what they would offer us. We've already created. Okay. So now, unless that bread comes in a package which makes sense to trump what we're already getting, why do that? I would just be cutting us. I would be sharing what we're getting with somebody else for the name of being with them. That just doesn't make sense. But that's a whole different thing.
Yeah, right? That was an example, not a
right. But that's a whole different thing. But I do want to let y'all know that I've never been that pig-headed to not be able to see what progress would look like. But I'm able to. I've done the business long enough. I remember sitting in front of people and be like, "Well, that kind of don't make sense because we already doing that." So why do I need to split that with you just to be under your name? It doesn't, unless you're going to give me something else. If you're going to give me a signing deal, which I can say, all right, Dad, take 10, yo, take 10. Yo, you know what I'm saying? I'll take 50. I'm just playing. Shut up yesterday. I was joking.
Your dog.
Why are you laughing at? I'm just. I got nothing.
That's peace.
Stop saying it because I'm gonna steal it.
The reason I would push back on this, and I don't have the knowledge. I'm not in the entertainment industry enough, but I will say is, man, them boys don't play fair. This is a grudge having industry.
Of course.
This is also a very capitalistic industry. Like that, the way they move with money and alliances and allegiances and I can buy this company, put you out of business. It's just so much shit with this. I can see why a person like Dane would be like, yo,
I'm out of here.
Let's not get in business with them, bro. They are snakes. They are snakes. If we do that, the way he was going about on the show, like, yo, y'all try to go around me and do these things to entice my artists and with the jackets, why our name ain't on the jackets? Like, y'all fucking with us. Y'all know what y'all doing. Dame is saying that he's come from a school of, we gonna have our power so that y'all can't use it against us. And what happened was Jay allowed them to get in his head and do exactly the opposite.
Did he allow them to get in his head? We have to understand, like, no matter how much we are like Jay-Z fans and Jay-Z is like the pinnacle, I think that we also have to be very honest about the realest fact in the world. The way you feel about Virgos is the way I feel about Sagittariuses. There's no way that somebody can look me in the face and tell me that Jay-Z is like the man of like upstanding moral character. I think all Sagittarius men are fucking devils.
I said this.
But I still fuck with him. You understand what I'm saying?
Why?
Because
a stan?
Huh?
Are you a stan?
I'm not a stan for anybody. I fucked with him based off of the impact that his music had on me in my formative years. But it's never a blind situation, if that makes sense. I can accept the flaws that he has, but that's not my friend. That's not my homie. I really don't give a fuck that much, but I'm still gonna bump every blueprint. Like, you can't take that away from me. I'm sorry.
Yesterday, in this conversation, we doing a lot of Dame versus Jay. I know that you was only 5 years old when they was out.
Yo, the eye roll was immaculate.
Do you think that Jay-Z was his behavior from what we've seen of the things that he wants, the things that he's like, he's always said like, yo, Basquiat and all of these things that it sounds like them. Like him wanting the yachts and all of that shit. It sounds like them. Him becoming the president of Def Jam. Dame was like, yo, we want to own Def Jam. You let them make you an employee so that you could get in bed with them and steal the power from us? Do you let them corrupt what we had, kill off what we had so they could put you as an employee of their business? Can you see what Jay might be wrong in that?
No, of course. I mean, like, obviously, on both sides of the coin, I feel like they both did things. I mean, Dame did things as far as in that situation that was, a little erratic. Some of the moves, some of the stuff that he was saying, some of the, remember the Cameron shit at the radio, saying that Cameron and them was like the president of Rockefeller. Just shit like that. Like, it was like, all right, we don't need certain shit like that. But to your point, I think Hov did see the light, and he did see like the bigger plays at play, and he felt like, man, fuck y'all niggas. Like, yeah. Like, and again, we got to remember too, Jay is the only artist in the equation. You have two people that are not artists and one person that's an artist. So those three minds are not gonna always work the same, especially for the artist. So when he sees like, yo, I can not only business wise take the next step, but artistically.
Do you think that didn't fuck up a lot of other niggas' bread though when he did that? When he selfishly made that move for himself? You got Christian, you got Rel. Remember Christian?
But you got to remember how. I remember that.
Why would you say Jay's move was selfish? To me, it's just different strategies. Dame had a strategy, Jay had a strategy, and they bump heads. I don't think either one was selfish.
I think it was selfish for him to not let Dame Dash eat in the same way that he was allowed to eat.
I
think that was the selfish part, because if you're gonna take the business and you're gonna do your thing over here, that's cool. But you can't block the other person just because they're not with you no more. Or you don't want it. You don't want his success to seem like, oh, he's able to still be successful. You know what I'm saying? Remember the if you made Jay make another one type shit.
Yeah,
if I block you from being able to do that, then how good do you look? You
That's
know what I'm saying?
Assuming that he was blocked.
All right.
No, he was blocked. All right,
okay, I like that. I like what suggested stand shit.
No.
It's not those stand shit. Here's the thing. Dame could have been blackballed without Jay saying a word. We all witnessed the shit. And Dame could have fumbled his own relationships.
What we do
like who in the industry did he have a good relationship with? Not too many people. So
wait, hold on.
No. Let me finish. Jay-Z was his leverage. Everybody was willing to do business with Dame, regardless of him being an asshole.
Yep.
Once he lost his leverage, you don't have the relationships no more, and you don't have the leverage. So it's like, does Jay have to say anything? Does he have to go on a campaign blackballing Dame, or is he just doing it to himself?
But I don't think that's correct, because I don't think that just because Dame was with Jay that was the leverage. Dame's leverage was the fact that, remember, Dame was the person finding the talent. It wasn't Jay-Z finding his talent. So all of the Rockefeller shit, that wasn't Jay-Z. So we're crediting Jay-Z for shit that he didn't even do. So we can't give Jay-Z credit for shit that he didn't do and then say for the shit Dame did do, well, it wasn't that important. Like, nah.
Yeah, I don't think that I agree. And I think that I don't agree because I do think that the way that Jay moved was selfish. But here's my analogy. Have you ever had a friendship that you had a really close bond with somebody, and the way that they attack things is very erratic, very emotional, and it can cause you to lose relationships? It, like, being aligned with this person can burn bridges for you, where you might be a little bit more diplomatic of a person, a little bit more of a problem solver, somebody that has a little bit more of a growth mindset. So when you think about it from that POV, what's the joke?
I just like
7 times.
Yeah, like what? How did I get in this? I didn't do nothing.
Oh, that's so crazy because I wasn't even thinking about you at all. Like that's
okay.
crazy.
I'm like,
so and you have like a little bit more of a growth mindset, and you're a little bit more palatable in different rooms and in different spaces. There comes a point when you as a person have to say, what do I value more? My growth as a person, my growth as a professional, or being loyal to a friend that's kind of holding me back? And when I think about it like that, I remember back in when I was in therapy, and I had a friend that was like that, and my therapist was like, stop being friends with this person. This person is only going to hold you back. This person does, like, y'all have a history, but this person does not align with the person that you see yourself being in the future. So what is holding you there? And I had to make a selfish move. Like, I had to let go of one of my day one niggas because we don't align. Our morals, our values, and where we want to be in the future, they don't align anymore. And all you're going to do is hold me back. So yes, that is a selfish move to make. And I think that, to Trump's point, Jay-Z was leverage for Dame, not because Jay-Z was more, not because he did more for the label, but because he was the person that they can talk to. He was the person that they can build deals with, and he wasn't erratic. He wasn't over emotional. He wasn't somebody that was like that was going to be problematic. He understood how to take the middle. Like, all right, I'm not going to get all that I want. I'm going to try to get most that I want. And then I'm going to kind of concede so I can get to where I want it to go. And Dame was the complete opposite. So with that being said, I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. But once that level-headed nigga is out the room with you, I don't want to talk to you at all. I don't want to deal with you at all. And in a way, yes, you are now blackballed because it's like, oh, you're not standing next to this level-headed nigga? Nah, get him out of here. Like, even when we talk about the talent that Dame found, yes, Rockefeller was amazing. They had some of the most talented artists of all time, and none of them niggas went nowhere.
Who?
When you think about it, in comparison to what Jay has done and everybody else that was in Rockefeller, who's even on the same level?
Kanye West.
That nigga just crashed out.
That's irrelevant. Kanye West is one of the greatest artists that we've ever got, and
he was also another liability. Every one of them niggas crashed out except for Hove. All of them crashed out. Tell me one of them that did not crash out from Rockefeller that was on that level.
Okay, beyond all this, right? Because we going past where I want to go. Do y'all or do y'all not believe that Jay has, for one, fuck the greed part? He's obviously greedy, right? Mm-hmm. We know that. Any billionaire is greedy. Like, we gotta say that. Any nigga that needs more than $1 billion, he's greedy.
I wouldn't use that word.
So you don't think Jay's greedy?
I think he's a capitalist.
Okay, capitalism, fine.
Okay.
I'll use that.
And he's a capitalist to the extreme, which could involve some
Do you
greed.
think he's a petty nigga?
Of course.
Absolutely.
1000%.
Of course. He's a Sagittarius.
Okay.
You can't, I don't know a Sagittarius that's not a petty nigga.
What makes y'all think that Jay-Z is a petty nigga?
Jay-Z literally has the power to shut down and cut off whomever he wants, and he doesn't even have to do it publicly. So niggas could just have to allude to it. Like, I still think of Daystar Father, Rock Nation, your days are numbered. Like, come on, son. Like, you know, like, that shit is like that is a gang behind you. And you can make a lot of moves being friends and on the good side of Jay-Z and Beyonce. Who wants to be on the opposing side of the king and queen of hip hop and R&B? Who? You're a fucking idiot.
But that's the problem with hip hop now.
When I was spinning at the 4040 Club, you remember around 2014, 2015, there was like a short list of artists that we could not play. I could not play no Jim Jones, no Cameron. Jim Jones was popping at the time. I couldn't play We Fly High, none of that shit.
Yeah.
That's petty.
That isn't petty.
You
No,
own
it
a
is.
club and you
Yeah.
like.
That's not petty.
There's
No,
a do
you
not
see?
playlist.
Yes.
That's the problem.
Yes, it's
that's
that's not
problem.
petty. If I don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with you. And if I don't fuck with you, I dead ass don't fuck with you.
But you can't be the person at the top wanting to lead the culture, and then you're now deciding who at the bottom you're not fucking with. That's not
That's
how that.
always been.
Like,
That's
you
always
not
been the
even-
way that's the
Nah.
way that the world works.
No.
When has the world not worked that way?
No. Not
That's
like
kind of
that.
petty for a nigga that rich. Like,
And the nigga,
Because
he not even
again,
in the
y'all
club.
thinking
It's
about
not even
y'all,
about being
y'all-
rich.
It's some broke nigga mentality. Y'all think because niggas got money, that means that niggas can't be petty. They can't be just as petty as you, as me, as everybody else. It don't
But-
fucking. The money is not the issue.
It's still
It
petty.
is something.
But
I'm
you're,
not saying
you're hurting
it's
the
not
culture
petty.
at your own personal expense, though. You're not helping.
How are you
anything.
hurting the culture? You can hear these songs at every other club but mine.
Because if I'm Jay-Z and I have one of the most prominent clubs in the city, and now your record, you're a New York artist, and now you can't be played here, that's not a good look.
It's not hurting the culture. I disagree 150%.
Now, do you think artists in Atlanta have the same problem? Do you think-
Yes.
Nah, I doubt that.
Yes, they do.
But that's the point that I'm making.
but
It's like
who would be the Jay-Z in Atlanta?
But don't they say this shit? They say this
Who
shit
want,
all the time. Like there's
Future,
literal DJs that can't play certain
whoever.
records by certain people. They get blackballed by playing certain records by certain people. What didn't a DJ just come out recently and said that she tried to play Kendrick Lamar song in Houston and she got in trouble for it because she's not allowed to. That has always been a thing. Like,
yes, no,
like,
of course, that's always
please
been a thing.
don't.
But come on, we're not gonna act like Jay-Z has not blocked niggas. We've watched it. Come on, we got to be honest here. We can't.
Okay,
Come on, just
because
be
I
honest.
can. Because I put myself in a position that, again, if I don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with you. And no, I'm lying because he's a Sagittarius. Because it could be a very small reason why he don't fuck with you, and it could be a
'Cause
very big reason why he don't fuck
You didn't do
with
something that I wanted you to do. Is that a good enough reason? Because you didn't do what I
people are
wanted you to do?
saying that Jay-Z is actually behind this whole Drake Kendrick shit.
I think that's fucking hilarious.
The Super Bowl part, not the beef, but the Super Bowl.
People are
performance shit.
saying that he's behind it. A lot of that shit. Obviously, Kendrick and Drake been had a thing, but Drake and Jay have had some kind of qualm since the title.
Since the Meek Mill shit. That was the first
before the
attempt.
Meek Mill shit. This whole title and Apple deal.
What's the beef? I don't know anything about this.
Go ahead,
Yesterday probably knows more.
Yeah, basically. So you remember when Jay-Z came with Tidal like a few years ago when he first launched Tidal, and it was the whole panel of all the artists, and everybody's supposed to get a piece. It was Nicki, J. Cole. So at that moment, Drake was supposed to be on that team of artists that was at that presentation. And that was obviously going to be the ultimate, fuck you to the streaming labels.
Yeah.
That was how they were going to compete against Spotify and Apple Music.
All right.
I have all of the most powerful artists on Tidal
and I have
exclusively.
yeah.
Exactly. So that was how they
Remember,
were
they
supposed
took
to compete.
the music off of the other joints.
Yeah.
Especially
and
now,
then they would only
Beyonce.
drop
They
their
would only
shit on
drop-
Tidal, and the only way you could hear it was through Tidal. You wouldn't be able to hear it on other streamings, at least for a month.
Exactly. And that was the model. That was the exclusive subscription model. So when Drake didn't get on the Tidal shit, and he
did,
decided,
though.
no, he didn't.
No, he did, and then 2 days before
He dropped out. That's what I'm
he
saying. Like
signed with Apple.
He signed with Apple, so he was supposed to do the Tidal thing.
Okay.
I guess he agreed to it maybe verbally
Okay.
and didn't fall through with it. He ended up going with Apple.
Okay. That's when he had OVO Radio, and he was had
That's
that,
when got
that,
the ring with the
that-
OVO
yes,
radio. Yeah.
Okay.
But him doing that, the whole Tidal move falls apart. Not falls apart, but the idea of what they were trying to do, it breaks when you don't have the biggest rapper alongside. So
Valid.
now, obviously, Jay-Z would be pissed because I had everything set. I had everything set to compete against Spotify, Apple, and at the last minute,
you ruined it.
Yeah, kind of shit. Now we still got the streaming. We still can do the deals, but nigga, you just went to Apple. Now we have to compete against you now.
Yes.
But now
You get,
people
but
are
we're
saying-
competing against somebody that we know that we. You feel what I'm saying? Like
Okay.
we brought you on, so we didn't have to compete against you because
Right.
there's nobody that can compete against you.
And now we have to compete.
Now we
Okay.
got to compete against you and Apple.
Okay.
And now people are saying that it's deeper than just Drake. It goes back to Birdman and Lil Wayne. Kendrick is.
What's the beef with Birdman and Lil Wayne? I thought Jay-Z and Birdman, and Lil Wayne was cool. That whole Mr. Carter. Did I miss like a whole
There's
beef?
a whole. There's been things going
it's a
on
lot,
in
it's a
hip
lot.
hop for a long time.
Okay.
Yesterday you had
The beef that you're talking about, Tahoe. I think Birdman. All right, let's put it this way. we know Birdman. Birdman is one of the greatest executives ever. He's made us a name, Cash Money. That's one of the best labels.
Cash Money, Young Money, all that.
The whole shit. Now you have to remember, Birdman, because they came in the way that they came in, they're not connected really to anybody outside of Universal Music and Lucien Grange, basically. Okay. So Birdman and everything under Birdman, Cash Money, Young Money, Lil Wayne, Nicki, Drake, the whole line, that's just basically a one street like flow, if you understand what I'm saying. Okay. Birdman, Lucien Grange, Universal, that's it. Okay. Jay-Z and other people, they have connections with, different tentacles in the label. So you have Universal, Sony Music, and Warner. Crazy. Sony and Warner, that's where Jay-Z is connected. They have connections on basically the other two out of the three situations.
Major conglomerates.
So the beef is, Birdman, you're here dominating. We're not eating on this block. We're not eating off of this. We don't get nothing off of Nicki, Drake, Lil Wayne, Tiger, and the whole. We don't get nothing out of this. So we don't actually want this shit to be happening. We want people on our Atlantic, Warner, Sony, Warner, we want our artists to win because we're not connected to you. We can't leverage you for nothing. We can't buy you out. Nothing that we could do with this. So that's where the actual beef is. Like, well, that's where some of the most of the beef starts, because people just inherently don't want. I don't want you to have.
Isn't that why Jay was trying to get Wayne over there to?
That's why I'm not gonna say that's why, but when him and Birdman had the problems and Jay helped them with the taxes, Jay is smart, so Jay is going to do the, y'all having problems?
I got you. Yeah,
I got you. So now we in a position where it's like that's why Lil Wayne, you never hear Lil Wayne say anything, because I gotta do what's best. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get myself. You know what I'm saying? I gotta do what's best for me. And we all just wanted him to do what's best for him. So whether it's Hove, this nigga, that nigga, Wayne, do what you gotta do. Get right. So you got paid for Nicki and Drake. Go ahead, do your thing, bro. So that's where the game is at, basically. So that's why the whole Jay-Z, the NFL, the Super Bowl shit now. Yeah, like.
You know what it's talking about with the Super Bowl?
Yeah, that Kendrick is doing the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Let's put a pin in this real quick. Do y'all think Kendrick should be doing the Super Bowl in New Orleans?
Hell no.
This year.
Why not?
Hell no.
Why not?
Why?
I don't think he's the best option.
I have
Who's the best option?
I think
not him.
Lil Wayne and Friends is the best option.
Why? Because it's in New Orleans?
I think that's a big part of it, a huge part of it. Yes, that doesn't mean that he's entitled to that.
Juvenile,
but that's
Cash
what it sounds
Money,
like.
Somebody.
That's where I'm.
Here's the thing, because if you don't, all right, since Roc Nation took over, it hasn't always been all right. Wherever the Super Bowl is, we're gonna have that local artist.
That's never been it.
But they made it. Well, they've only taken over for like 4 or 5 years. So when you say it's
when
never,
Rihanna did it, was she supposed to be Super Bowl in Barbados?
Let me finish. I'm trying to make a point here. I'm not saying that it's always a precedence, but they established a precedence with Dr. Dre, and after that, it was like, all right, Dr. Dre could have performed in Arizona and it would have been dope, but something about that performance made it special because he performed in L.A.
This is about with Snoop,
right?
Eminem, and Kendrick Lamar.
And then fast forward, then it's Rihanna, but then it's Usher. Usher did it in Vegas. It made sense. He had his residency. He was living in Vegas. He was like the king of Vegas at the time.
Okay.
It wasn't Atlanta, but it was Usher, Vegas. It made sense. So does that mean every year you got to tap into the local artists? No, but when you can make it make sense, it makes it a little bit more special. So with New Orleans coming up, if the Super Bowl is in Indianapolis, nobody's having this argument, right? It's in New Orleans. It just so happens to be a very cultured city. Lil Wayne happens to be one of the top rappers ever. He's never performed at the Super Bowl. He got Drake and Nicki Minaj on his team. He got the Hot Boys that's all out of jail. They could have done something real fucking dope in New Orleans. Not only that, ever since the Dre shit and ever since we found out that it was going to be in New Orleans in 2025, everybody's been talking about it.
Wayne.
Everybody's been talking about it. So it's like you got this thing bubbling in the culture. For you to go against that, it's like, you don't have to. He's not entitled for it to be Lil Wayne because it's New Orleans. But it's like, that's where the momentum is going. That's why people are upset.
And you represent the culture there, bro. You represent the culture there. That like, yo.
And hold on.
This is. When I know somebody's making an opportunistic move, purposefully. There's an agenda. There's a reason you did this. It could be one of several different pieces that we could be talking about. There's a million different things that we could be talking about. But to act like we don't know that this would have been big for the culture, why not? Why we can't just agree like, yo, Wayne would have been fire in New Orleans. People is like, oh, since when we do things in the same place as them? Like, yo, we could just agree. We don't have to be this dense.
But Wayne could be fired anywhere. I feel like the only argument that I've been hearing for Wayne to do it this year is because it's in New Orleans, and for me, that's not enough. That's not enough for me.
What more?
It's
what
not about.
more do you
It's
need?
not. It's not about deserving. I think a lot of people are deserving. I think Missy Elliott is super
why
duper
Kendrick
deserving.
then?
Like,
So
Why is Kendrick Lamar deserving?
because Kendrick literally has the biggest record in hip hop of
One
the year.
song?
But then
One song.
But then thinking about Kendrick and Friends, that whole concert, that shit was fucking fire.
They just did it. They did it already.
We gonna do it
It's
again?
done.
Yeah, let's do that. Run that shit back. I watch that shit.
You can
mad
play it.
times.
Go to Netflix.
Hold on. Listen.
And it's not gonna be Kendrick by himself, I'm sure.
Listen, you know that Kendrick has put out 4 songs since the last time he performed the Super Bowl?
No.
4.
He put out 4 songs since the last time he performed at the Super Bowl. And
Which-
all of those are the diss songs.
Are we talking about the Drake songs? Because I
Yes.
ain't hear nothing else.
Those are the
he
songs.
has to like that verse.
Those are the songs. Like
Okay.
that and his
That's
3
right.
songs.
Yeah.
So you're not telling me that he deserved it off of
I'm not
he don't
saying
have
that.
any work out. He don't have anything out.
And
outside
neither
of the
did
song.
Dre and them when they did it. We all were listening to
Exactly.
Dre, Eminem,
Agreed.
Snoop songs from
Agreed.
50, 11 years ago. When
Agreed.
Rihanna did it, I sat here and I said, I don't even understand why the fuck she was there in the
I
first
agree
place.
with you on that.
So
But
I don't
that's the same
understand.
reason. I could use that same argument with Wayne. People are like, oh, he don't have no new music
Right.
out. He don't have no. This is a legend. He's just as much as a legend as Dr. Dre.
Wayne is on a song every week. Wayne is on a song every week.
Wayne in
I
a
ain't
long
hear
time.
shit.
But that's neither here nor there. He's a legacy act. That's what
Yes.
the Super Bowl
Legacy.
show
That's
is
what it
about.
should be.
You don't need no recent. It's not about who had a great single recently. It's
Right.
never been that. Except for when Bruno Mars and The Weeknd did it. They were the only ones that was really currently hot at the time.
And
But they-
when
but they had-
but they were
Beyonce
so-
did it,
catalog,
she
too.
was hot at the time too. And then she did it with Bruno Mars. She never even had a chance to do the shit by herself.
But she was also, you could categorize her as a legacy act at the time too.
But
She was
why
still 20 years
pick
in.
Kendrick though? Can we really like?
I don't know. So y'all thinking it's y'all saying that it's some petty shit. It's like, oh, we in y'all hometown. I don't fuck with y'all. Fuck you. I'ma have the nigga that basically
you know why-
demolished
I
one of
didn't
your
even-
biggest
you know why it's
rappers.
nasty?
I didn't even think about that.
Because I'm
Which is
petty enough
another
to do
level.
it.
Yeah.
I'm petty enough to do
You
that.
know why? You know why it's even more nasty? Because you had Master P. You made Master P the entertainment ambassador for The Weeknd, and then you had people thinking that he has something to do with the actual performances and stuff, and he has to come out and be like, "Yo, I agree with y'all, man. I would have liked to see Lil Wayne some type of New Orleans representation. Salute to Kendrick Lamar, but I didn't have nothing to do with that
What?
because you
Is
have
it a deal that fell through? Like,
no, it's just again.
was it never on the table? Were these things never
Kendrick, no,
discussed?
for Kendrick Lamar, no. We gotta be honest here. This
No,
is
I'm not talking about Kendrick. I'm
Oh.
talking about Wayne.
So I thought about that too,
I'm
because
not sure.
a lot of times there's
Deals
behind the
fall
scenes
through,
stuff.
yeah. Something
But
could
with the
happen.
Super Bowl, it's very cut and dry. There is no negotiating. You don't get paid, so it's not much of a deal. Lil Wayne
No,
publicly said he wanted to do it. He was willing to do it.
Yeah, he did say that.
and it didn't happen. There's no negotiation that fell through because nobody gets paid for
Maybe
it.
I just don't fuck with you niggas, and it's my shit, so I can do what the fuck I want.
And that's all
It's
it is.
very simple.
So that's all it
That's
is.
what
We
we
just
said.
we need to call it what it
Let's
is.
say that.
Okay.
Let's call it what it is.
Yeah.
All right, so then that's fine, but
And
I
this
still
is
don't
definitely
agree.
still a shot.
I still don't agree that
Because
Wayne
it
should
didn't have
have
to be
been that
Kendrick.
person.
It didn't have to be Kendrick.
Who else could have been?
It could
Like you said, it could have been Missy Elliott.
anybody.
It could have been
could've
LL
Missy
Cool
Elliott.
J.
Missy Elliott was amazing in concert. I would have loved to
It
see
could
that
have been
shit.
Missy.
fire.
She just did a whole show.
Missy and
Shit
Friends
fire.
would have been dope. LL Cool J could have been the Rock the Bells or some shit. Like,
Why Kendrick?
Because we know why.
Why? Say it.
Because of the beef. Because
Really?
this is the fun. You got to remember the Grammys is the week before, right?
Yeah.
So just think about this. We're gonna go into next year. We're gonna have Kendrick Lamar. He's gonna win the Grammy for all of the diss records like that, Euphoria, Not Like Us, and then in the next week he's gonna perform at the Super Bowl. Album rollout, the whole 9. So this is a repositioning of the music business in the rap game and the structure of who's where. Like, so that's why it's like this is not because he don't even have new music out. So it's not like we're anticipating the music or we heard something else. This is off of the moment. We still need to capitalize. And also, too, what is this? September going into October? It's not going to be no more heavyweight rappers to come out this year. So this is going to be Kendrick Lamar's year. He's going to go through the year, and it's going to be the Grammys, the whole rollout. So like I see the rollout from 1,000 miles away.
Okay.
It's not like
Listen, shit is in Cali for the next 2
year.
years.
Yeah,
the next 2 years it's in Cali.
Oh.
It's in fucking San something 1 year.
It's in North Cali the next year, yeah.
And yeah, somewhere else the next year in Cali. Like, he would have dropped his album, got his Grammys, did his shit. They could have kept this shit going that way. Mm-hmm. They could have kept this shit going that way. My only thing is this. Jay making this move, right, is almost like saying we're going to either save Drake or we're going to
crucify him. Get down or lay down.
I'm making
You're
a
dead.
stance. He didn't have to do that.
But
him
he can.
doing this is making a stance. And I'm putting him in your town. I'm doing it like this is the petty shit that I was talking about.
The petty part is making Lil Wayne decide to either perform with Kendrick Lamar or to not perform at all because of how it'll look. So that's the real. It's not the petty part. Is not just Kendrick. It's him making Lil Wayne make the decision to decide to perform or to not perform.
Do that. He can't perform.
Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah. But how do you do that?
How
not on your hometown. That's why it's petty.
What I'm saying. He can't.
But you can't because again, how am I gonna get on stage with Kendrick Lamar?
I don't know.
And the fucked up thing about all of this is you put Kendrick in a whack position because it would be dope for Kendrick to pull out one of the New Orleans artists, but he can't because his hands are tied. So it's like you setting this nigga up for failure.
I can't bring out nobody from Cash Money. I can't bring nobody out from that because how would that look?
Yeah.
Our person that has kept the lights on in our building for the last 15 years. We're gonna get on the stage with you calling him a pedophile?
For the last few months,
you see what Birdman said earlier? Oh hell no! I see what y'all trying to do.
For the last few months, everybody on social media been riding with Kendrick. Kendrick could do no wrong, and now all of a sudden, today and yesterday, all this not necessarily anti-Kendrick, but people's like the overwhelming majority of people are like, nah, Wayne should have had it. So now it's like you setting. Because of your pettiness, Jay, you setting Kendrick up for failure.
But why are we acting like Jay-Z? Y'all think that Jay-Z did this shit all by himself?
Yes.
You don't think he made the final decision?
All by himself.
You know that Jay-Z's cool with Jack Dorsey too?
Like, Jay-Z clearly makes the final call on this. He's the one that called Usher. That makes this.
Okay. Listen.
It's not a conspiracy. It is what it is.
It's not a conspiracy. The Slytherin in my heart.
You love it.
This shit eat.
I knew you was gonna do that.
That shit eat. My enemy is my enemy is my enemy. Fuck you. Fuck your mama. Fuck your whole crew. Fuck your clique. Fuck everybody.
I'm not mad at that. I honestly, if I was Jay-Z,
ate that up.
If I was Jay-Z and you work this hard and you're in this position where you get to select the artist, why would you select?
I'm not gonna put my ops up there.
Right? The problem I have with that is
it's to the detriment of the culture.
You should not be in the position. If you can't be unbiased, you should not be in the position.
You're also talking about a Sagittarius.
But I'm saying it's not about whether you're a Sagittarius or whatever. It's about
diabolical.
It's dickheads. A conflict of interest. It's the reason why you can't be an owner of the team of a basketball team like LeBron. You can't own the fucking Utah Jazz and play for the Lakers. Like there's certain rules. Because you can't have that bias.
Those rules don't exist in monopolies. Those rules don't exist when you run shit. And who's gonna say a motherfucking word to Jay-Z? But that's nobody. He paid the cost.
Point it out though.
He paid the cost to be the boss. It ain't a nigga in the world that's gonna say shit to him.
It's whack though.
It's not whack. It's only whack because we're not in. It's whack when you're not in that position of power. It's whack when you see something happening and you don't have that same leverage. That's what makes it whack. But I don't know many people when you talking about big businesses literally aim to eat the ops up. Look at this is the reason why in this country it's monopolies are illegal. Because if you could, in this capitalist nation, if you had a competitor and you could eat that motherfucker up and you be the only one standing, you would be the only one standing. I'm sorry. I'm not saying that it's morally correct, but from the villain standpoint, You fuck with me, I'm gonna fuck you over forever.
There are certain,
I don't
there are
see a
certain
problem.
roles that you accept and you are supposed to be neutral.
Says who?
Or you should not accept that role.
That's
says
not
me.
true.
I'll give you an example. When I teach, I tell my students this all the time. DJing is one of the most selfless things you could do. I'm playing.
It's not about
what's,
you. Yes.
I'm playing what's great for the room. Same. Put Jay-Z in the same situation. You're playing what's great for the culture. The Lil Wayne play, everybody can agree that would have been phenomenal. Right? The Lil Wayne play in New Orleans. He's very deserving. He could have brought up. The only person that doesn't feel that way is Jay, and it's selfish, not selfless. You're not playing for the room.
But I don't have to.
Now
that's my point.
People said, I think Zeus and I had a conversation. Hey Zeus, I know you listening. I know Zeus is listening right now. He can't wait for me to bring him up. Like I knew you was gonna do this. But Zeus, it's not that big a deal. Relax. Just Twitter. But Zeus said Kendrick is bigger than Wayne. I said Kendrick is more relevant. You can't listen to
Haitians
right
like that.
now.
Don't listen to Haitians.
He's more relevant.
Sorry, Melly. It's not about you.
I don't think he's bigger than Lil Wayne. Yeah.
Kendrick is better. What are you talking about? Lil Wayne been out since he was 13 years old. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I'm like, how is this even a conversation? Like, he's like, well, he's bigger right now. I'm like,
that's not how that
one
works.
Song, and it's also based off Drake, who's really bigger.
But that's what
this
whole thing is about. That's what this whole thing is about. Is making Kendrick Lamar appear bigger than what he really is.
But I don't think any of us are oblivious to that.
He's not a slouch.
No,
but he's not
a slouch. But
he's not bigger than Lil Wayne. Like that is the standpoint. That's delusion. See, there's a difference between selfishness and delusion. That's fucking delusional. There are not many rappers in the world that are bigger than Lil Wayne. I'm so very sorry. Like. He not even in my top 5, but I'm going to say a fact is a fact is a fact.
Yeah, I wish he was here. I should call him, but I
don't call that nigga. Say something stupid and make
So what do y'all think? I also seen this argument online that Lil Wayne's catalog isn't
the devil is a black ass lie.
Mainstream America.
The devil was a black ass lie.
Super Bowl. What hits does he have that can transform to the stage? I know the answer to that, but I want to throw that out to see what y'all want to say.
I'm not a music library in my head, but if y'all say the songs, I'll be like, oh hell yeah, I know shit.
Lil Wayne,
People was like they want you to lollipop. He want Wayne to lollipop us to death. I was like, wow, because that'd have been my first song to say.
Really?
I love lollipop.
Bro, Lil Wayne has so many shits. He got rock shit. Lil Wayne got all type of shit.
I mean, doesn't Lil Wayne have songs with a lot of white people too? Like they was like, oh, it doesn't fit the white demographic. This is the Super Bowl. It's the most racist corporation in the world. Huh?
White people love him.
I'm going to say again, Rihanna did the whole Super Bowl mid. It was fucking mid.
It was.
And I'm never going to let it go. It was fucking mid. So y'all not going to sit here and tell me nothing different. It don't got nothing to do with no goddamn catalog. That bitch ain't put an album out in 15 goddamn years. So that's not the point. And if we're going to sit here, shut up. I hate that funeral song. And if we're going to sit here and stand on our soapbox and say that this is based off some petty shit, then I'll take it and that's fine. And the Super Bowl has also notoriously been petty. And they make petty plays from even when we talk about Janet Jackson and Justin Timberlake. After that, they fucking tanked the Super Bowl show for years off some petty shit because you was mad over one instance because a black bitch did it. Like, hello, let's be so for real. Like we're talking about something that's bigger than us. And if I have the opportunity to make my ops uncomfortable on one of the biggest days in America, I'ma do it.
That's whack.
Sorry.
Right. Nicki Minaj had something to say.
What she said?
Let's go.
What she said?
She threw a bunch of subs. I don't know who she's talking about, but she says, got everything in the world, still spiteful and evil, disgusting. Be happy, I beg.
She talking about herself?
Go be fucking happy, nigga. Oh. In rap business, in women business. When you got the politicians and the police, you good though. Plus that ugly Laffy Taffy alien. I don't know who she's talking about. I think she's talking about Desiree.
Who's Desiree?
Rock Nation president.
Oh.
She also said, denying a young black man what he rightfully put into this game for no other reason but your ego, your hatred for Birdman, Drake and Nicki got you punishing Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne, the GOAT. Nola, what's good? Eminem stood firm on having 50 Cent come out. A white man.
Right.
Shit sad. House nigga tings. But it's good for them. No loyalty. Well, then niggas will keep sunning you. I don't know what the fuck that means.
I don't never know what that is.
Don't forget that. Remember, 50 Cent was supposed to perform with them. It was Eminem that made that call.
Eminem said he has to or he's not going out,
exactly. Because, again, 50 Cent, I know you are op. Nigga, you think you going to come on this stage and do this? Nigga, hell no. But Eminem is like, nah, nigga.
Birdman said something too. I don't think I ever seen Birdman tweet. Not in years.
Right.
Birdman said, these niggas pussy.
Facts.
I'ma make these niggas respect us on Gladys.
Moms. Her.
I love the support. He added Nicki Minaj, he added Drake, he added Lil Wayne.
I wonder what that group chat looked like.
Put
That
up
shit probably funny as fuck
YMCMB.
right now.
And I thought that was dope. I just feel like
We ride together, we die together. That's what's
if
up.
I was Drake, I'd feel away.
Why? Because it's all his fault?
These niggas jumped the fuck out of me.
And y'all ain't say boo.
Who the fuck?
Y'all said
You
what?
doing this because of the Super Bowl? These niggas called me a pedophile.
What?
These niggas called me a culture vulture, a pedophile. They said I did all types of wild shit. And you're gonna at me to join you to fight with this nigga over the Super Bowl?
No, they fighting over Wayne.
They
fighting. It's not
that's
about the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it's the boss. That's what Drake
They fighting over Wayne.
Is Sweden. He's neutral.
Wayne is the nigga.
He don't
that
need to
niggas
be
is like,
catching
nah.
no strays. Drake invites the beef. So you're not gonna feel sorry for him when he's in the middle of the beef.
Lil Wayne and Hov was going at each other?
That was like literal. That was
He said
lyrical
something
battles.
about popping Beyonce or some shit like that.
Nah, they was lyrically going after who's the best rapper alive. There wasn't no.
It wasn't
beef
real.
there. It wasn't no real beef.
Okay.
And so, like, yeah, you making Wayne catch a stray, like he's innocent in all of this. On top of the fact that if Wayne gets it, then Drake and Nicki is performing. So you already know that. So it's like that's why you adding Drake. Like, yo, y'all missing out too.
If I was Drake, I'd still feel away. Like, yo, I'm over here. I'm losing weight, nigga. I can't eat.
Nah,
nigga.
but Drake,
Niggas
he
stole.
asked for that. Though.
He did. He asked for that
We ain't
smoke.
asked for none of this shit.
Yeah, I agree. But then also, like, fuck you and your whole gang. Like, I don't fuck with you. And I know that if I bring him up, he's too connected to you. So fuck you, fuck your whole legacy. You know why? Because you with that nigga. So it's either you with me and you gonna do this shit with me, knowing that I don't fuck with that nigga, or you gonna be with them. So that's why I'm saying, did a deal fall through? Because was he offered it and said it's gonna be Lil Wayne and friends, and niggas said fuck out of here, and he's like, oh, so then I'm not gonna do it. Okay, watch this. I'm gonna violate you in your city, Kendrick Lamar. He'll say yes, because we don't know what happened. Like there was a back room. Something else had
Always
to
back
happen.
room. Super
Something
back
else
room.
had to happen, and if we're gonna sit here on this white couch and say that it's a petty play, then it's petty all the way through. Something else happened.
I don't think it was a failed negotiation because it seems like it was a surprise. Like Wayne's manager made a statement too.
What did he say?
And acted like it was a surprise.
Yeah,
Basically
they
saying he
didn't
got
know.
snubbed.
Yeah.
First of all,
So it's like it's not
how is that a surprise? It's damn near almost Super Bowl time. Like football is just about to
just
start.
started
No,
yesterday.
but what I'm saying, but you know that the season is short. The
Usher
season
didn't get
is short
announced
as
this
fuck.
early though.
They
When
actually
did he get
extended
an announcement?
It was like late October. I feel like.
I feel like it's always around the fall, around the time that Super Bowl starts.
Nah.
I mean, not Super Bowl. That
Yeah,
football
you know what? You might be right.
starts.
You might be right.
That's
It's
when they
only
announce
for the
who's
months.
gonna do it.
Because I remember Rihanna had her shit around.
Yeah, like I know I'm not fucking
When did Rihanna
I know on
bugging.
the first day.
On top of that, we missing the
football
Jets
season
game right
just
now, and I'm
started.
very annoyed
It
about
just
that.
started.
The football
It
season
just
just started. I don't remember them ever
I'm talking about
announcing
the
the
Jets
shit on
game.
the first week. The first week of the football season, we announced in halftime of the Super Bowl.
I mean,
already, like, nah, that ain't never
Let's
happened.
petty it the fuck up. I'm sorry. Like, we're not even gonna sit here
So
and play
here's
with you
the thing.
niggas.
I can't
like,
say
I'm
this
letting you know
enough.
from the beginning.
I understand what you're saying. I think Jay-Z has every right to be that petty. My only issue is that you should not be in that position. If you're gonna be a petty nigga, you should not be the one choosing who gets to perform.
Right.
Like,
And-
it's a conflict of interest. It's like if you practice in law and you gotta recuse yourself or something. If it's a conflict of interest, like
recuse yourself.
recuse yourself.
Rihanna announced September 25th.
I know I'm not bugging. Like, it's like we be knowing about this shit in advance, and then it's a build up. It's a build up. It's a build up. It's a build up.
I was like,
this is
she
not,
must be dropping an album or some shit.
and that's what we all was thinking. And she went up there pregnant and sang that funeral song and pissed us all the fuck off.
Lift me up.
That shit went triple platinum in my house. Parker sang that shit every day.
What's the next one? Hold me down.
I don't want to sing
shit
it.
like that.
Parker got whole moves. Hold me down. What the fuck?
We were having a conversation in the barbershop about whether Jay-Z is right for the culture at this point. It was like, yo, to what Tron was saying, if you're just doing, like, say what he did with Tidal, right? Brought all of them over, this is going to be our shit, and then made like 10 billion or whatever, how much money he made off it, and then sold it to Jack Dorsey, sold it to somebody else, to a white guy, right? And kind of just abandoned the whole shit. And then became a member of the white guy's team on the other side. It was like Jay always makes these moves, the NFL shit, when he killed the boycott. You know what I'm saying? Jay always makes these moves, and and that's how he got the deal to be put Rock Nation as the entertainment people. It's like he always makes these moves that sound like they good for us, but they always got his own shit in it. And it's like,
Yeah.
It's like he uses the culture instead of pouring into it. They say like he does these things which makes it sound like, oh, he's doing this for the culture, but he's making 10 million or 100 million on the back end of that. And then once he makes his bread, once he dips off and does some other shit. And they use this moment as like a thing where the money wasn't even the capital this time. It was slapping Birdman and Lil Wayne and Drake for whatever they've done to him in the past. It was what Dodge said. It was oh yeah, I'm going to kill him with this one. I'm going to kill him with this one. Because at this point, I got $2 billion. It doesn't matter no more. But this one this is priceless.
So the question is he bad for the culture? I believe that a lot of niggas over 50 are bad for the culture. I'm sorry. I think that a lot of niggas need to retire. But also, the culture's not in a great place right now either. So I don't know if I want the 20-somethings and the 30-somethings to run it either. So I'm in the middle. I don't have, it's not a yes, it's not a no, but I think that a lot of the old niggas
You're willing
need
to consider the other side.
Yeah, I am. I'm open to other options, but if the Sexy Reds of the world was going to run the culture, you lost me all. Like,
but it's we could still have elders that don't profit off of doing shit that fucks us up.
How does this fuck us up?
That not this particular move, but he's done some shit that is like, yo, you had the power, and because of who you are, we followed you and you fucked us.
I'm gonna say this though.
I don't know, because I don't know if that
I don't think in any of those moves he fucked us. I don't think two things can be true. You could make profit off of something and it could still be beneficial for the culture. Tidal, for example, if you look it up right now, the Tidal splits that artists get is way better than any other streaming service, including YouTube, including anything, like by far. So what his part in creating Tidal was not in vain. He didn't fuck anybody. Like the artists are still eating best off of Tidal. Artists should be aligned with Tidal more so than the other streaming services. So him selling it didn't change anything. In fact, it's like
Jack Dorsey is fucking fire.
And the thing is with Jay, he's showing us in real time how business people are supposed to move. Like you're supposed to buy and sell businesses. Yeah. And if anything, buy it, build it up, make it better, and then sell it. That's not like there's nothing wrong with that. He didn't sell out or nothing. With the NFL shit, he came in when we was all boycotting the NFL. Did he line his pockets and give him some decision making? Of course. But at the same time, the NFL, he forced the NFL to put money into certain black initiatives and prison reform and all types of shit.
They play the Black National Anthem now, which is pissing white people off every fucking day, but it should have always been a thing.
There's a lot of shit that the NFL is probably reluctantly doing, but because of that deal, that has benefited a lot of people, a lot of black people. So to say that he shitting on us because he's making some money, that's just incorrect.
And who's the
Yesterday,
us?
what do you think?
You know, I'm not gonna say he's shitting on us because I will say that since 2021 he's been in charge. So we've had The Weeknd, Dr. Dre, Rihanna, Usher last year, and we're gonna have Kendrick Lamar. So
Shakira and J-Lo was under his watch too.
that was before that 2020 or
Yeah,
19?
I ain't watched that shit.
One of those years.
Okay, so I feel like, I mean, shit, man, that's better than fucking Aerosmith every year. But you know, so like everything I said about the shit before, I still think that. But I do appreciate us actually getting some quality performances and some people that we actually do recognize and fuck with, and people that we do actually listen to their music.
Right.
And the halftime show, because they could just hit us with Green Day for the next 7
Red Hot
years.
That
Chili
ass.
Peppers.
Yeah, a lot of people was like, yo, as long as it's not,
Taylor Swift.
yo,
That could have went down too. So
Yes.
we gotta salute them on that, because that could have definitely happened.
yo, by the way, have y'all seen Travis Kelce?
Mm-hmm.
He's looking like a white man again.
He's like, what?
He look like,
Hitler?
yeah, he got the little mustache and shit.
This nigga is wild.
Like, this nigga looks like a fucking highway patrol
the
officer now.
KKK
He
star.
looks like a white man again.
Is that not the epitome of a motherfucker code switching? Like, this nigga code switched his whole life. Like, he was definitely competing with niggas.
Yeah, he was
Because he
swaggy.
was talking to the
He had
black
the
shorties.
fade, He had the beard, he had the fade.
He looked just
was
like
looking
one of us.
sexy.
I would have not like had a chick that I'm trying to talk to, and then he walk up on the other side of the bar, like, hey, let me get 2 whiskey sours.
That nigga he got a buzz cut.
He looks
that
fucking
nigga,
crazy.
he looks like a fucking baseball player.
He does. He look like a fireman.
Yeah.
He look like a fireman.
Yeah, because you know they can't have facial hair. He look like a
We
fireman.
sure do know that.
Shut the fuck up.
I ain't got nothing to say about it.
Good. Asshole.
I do have one other thing.
Hurry the fuck up.
I'm ready to get up out of here too. I think you guys did an amazing job today. Thank y'all so much for your time and your effort.
Wow, so fuck me. Because I had questions too. You just don't give a fuck.
Oh, I thought
nope.
that was a good one.
Nope.
You know what? Ask that real quick.
This is why
Ask that
I
one
don't
that you
come
put
up
in the
with
chat.
things for the
Oh
show.
my God! Just say I have something. See, how do y'all deal with that, bro?
It's fun.
How do y'all niggas out there deal with women, bro?
All right, I have 2 questions for the room. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Are we ready?
Yes.
My first question. Do you think that you're better than other people and
Yup.
why?
Yup.
No.
No?
No, I don't think I'm better than nobody.
You don't think you're better than anybody in the world. Think about the people in the world. You don't think you're
you
better
mean
than
just anybody?
anybody.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
1000%.
Yeah.
Who? Why?
Because I'm me. I feel like I'm a one-on-one.
What does that fucking mean?
It means that I'm the only man out there like me.
Okay.
I'm confident in saying that.
Niggas, y'all niggas need to stop being so fucking humble sometimes. Sometimes it's cool, sometimes it's not. Yes, I think I'm better than other people. Sometimes.
Okay.
Other times, no.
Right.
I'll be like, you better than me. When you do some shit,
Facts.
Right.
right?
Yeah.
You do some shit I know I wouldn't have had the strength to do. I'll be like, you better than me. Because I would have took a lower route. There are times when I'm better than the way a motherfucker act. When I'm like, oh, you corny. You that was weak, petty,
Corny.
sensitive, emotional, hateful,
Yeah.
just corny. Like, yo, whatever energy you got, whatever that is, wouldn't want to be you right now.
Real.
There are other times when I look to y'all for more strength because I'm the hateful, jealous, envious, emotional, sensitive nigga.
Yes.
So why can't I say sometimes I'm better than other motherfuckers? When I see a motherfucker moving in a way I would never move, like, nah, I'm better. I would move better than that if I was in his shoes, for sure.
Right.
So
I'm
my
not
push
doing
would
that.
be, I don't think that I'm better than anybody else, but I think that I'm better than sharing space with certain people. So think about it from that lens.
Ooh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Absolutely.
I'm not better than nobody. Everybody have their own life, their own experiences, their own whatever. You do that, but you can't share space with me. Like, you can't sit with me. You can't share air with me. You can't step in the same room.
But then what do
with
we
me.
define as better? What is better?
Yeah,
Okay,
I don't like to be around no nigga shit. So, nah, facts. So it's like, yeah.
I don't either.
But I don't. To your point, I don't be like, oh, I'm better. I just don't want to be around no nigga shit.
I don't want to be over there.
You want to know why I asked the word, what is better?
What?
Because ignorance is bliss, bro. Some of the best moments I've had in life was sitting on a crate, drinking an Old E. The shit costs $2.40 for a bottle this big, $2.40.
Right.
I smoked weed that ain't have it wasn't no sours or nothing. I just had a big ass bag of bullshit.
Green, Arizona, that's what they called it.
All night. Nobody wasn't worried about us. We was just out there chilling, laughing. We might fight. We sit, we go right back to the crate. We roll up another one. Ignorance is bliss.
And if
I
I
don't
would have
want
walked
for
past you,
nothing.
I
I'm
would
not
have been
thinking
like,
about nothing.
ugh.
Yeah, but your life is full of responsibility. Your life is, you got to be at work. You got to go home, take care of kids. I was deadbeat. I don't take care of no kids. My life better than yours. My life way better than yours. I ain't got to be home to take care of no fucking kid. Think about what they going to eat. I ain't got to clock into work tomorrow. I'm unemployed.
Okay.
My life way better than yours.
Okay.
From where I was sitting.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So I kind of just like, what is better? How do you scale better?
I agree, which is why I don't think that I'm better than anybody, because I cannot quantify better. But I know the places and spaces that I'm willing to walk into, and I know the ones that I'm not willing to walk into. Yeah. I know the people I'm willing to sit next to and the people I'm not willing to sit next to. And that's it. You do you, boo-boo. Don't bring that shit over here. Yesterday?
Say that again. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he said it already.
Oh.
He said he's not sure.
No, I added in that extra tidbit because the question was, you said no, and I was like, you sure? And then you changed.
Yeah, no,
and then now.
Yeah, no, because when you put it like that, I feel like, certain people, certain shit, I feel like, I'm better than. Like, we better than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's over. Like,
I like to hear that. I like when people tell me I'm better than that, because I don't be feeling better than that.
But you are. You better than a lot of people.
Yeah, sometimes people got to tell you.
I think I'm just older now.
And that literally puts you in a different lane.
Just puts me in a different mental space. So wisdom, I always thought that wisdom was like one of them Indian dudes with the outfit on and shit.
Here we go. Of course, you gotta offend a nigga before you even make a point.
Calling them wise by being Indian?
Since when ethnicity makes you wise?
Well, that was like the...
You ain't use an African proverb ass nigga, nothing. You just said a random Indian nigga. Just some Mahatma Gandhi. I knew it. I knew you was talking about Gandhi.
And nigga gotta sit
fucking racist.
He gotta sit with his shit like this, his legs like this. He got
like Haji, Sim Salabim.
Yeah, Sim.
You
like
ain't
one
shit.
of them niggas. And he just come up with mad smart quotes off the top of his head for everything, every situation. I thought that's what wisdom was.
Right.
And I'm starting to realize in my life now that wisdom is being able to see a situation because you've had that experience, or you've done that, you've been down that or whatever. You're able to share to somebody else different avenues, a different perspective based off of what you've been through in life.
I agree.
I think that's what wisdom is now. I don't have to be that smart to do it.
I think that you can. Some of the wisest people in the world is the niggas that's sitting on the corner that's drunk. They can tell you shit about life that you never even thought about. Yeah. All right. I have the last question to wrap up the show.
All right.
It's the last one. Are we ready?
Yes.
Tron eyes watering and shit.
If you had a sign that you could tape to your head that warned strangers about you, what would it say? Warning what?
Wait, say it again?
If you could tape a sign to your forehead that warned strangers about you, what would it say? Warning
I know what mine would say.
I know mine.
What's yours, Sean?
Unbothered.
Warning unbothered? Really?
Yesterday, what you gonna say?
Probably cynical.
Does it have to be one word?
No, I don't know why they made. I don't know why they did that.
Mine's just gonna say, I'm probably gonna talk about you on my podcast. Just know. At some point, I'm probably gonna talk about you on my podcast.
That's very real.
Okay.
Mine would say, just because I smile and laugh with you does not mean that I like you.
I knew you was gonna say that. That's
I feel like y'all know what mine would say.
That's crazy. His gonna say that's peace.
That's peace.
Tomorrow we have the first debate. How y'all feeling about that? We got about 6 minutes left. I know y'all want to get out of here. Trom, I know there's something you want to discuss. How do you feel about this debate tomorrow?
Oh, there's something I wanted to discuss?
Maybe you don't.
said,
nigga.
But, no.
He said, "Fuck that
Y'all
debate."
see, I got a big ass sign in front of my. I'm on.
Oh yeah, so I'm looking forward to the debate. I think Kamala is probably a much better debater. Not probably. We've seen her debate 4 years ago. Trump is an idiot. Biden. When I watched the last debate with Biden and Trump, there was so much holes in the shit Trump was saying. He was saying so many lies, but Biden just wasn't sharp enough to like call him out on it in real time. You know what I mean? So somebody that's a fucking prosecutor, that's young and sharp, like Kamala, like I don't think she's gonna let Trump slide. The only thing that I hope she just keeps it cool so she doesn't come off like, you know,
Too black.
too aggressive. Facts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Angry black woman.
Too black is
'Cause
crazy.
Too much of a prosecutor is gonna give off bad vibes, but so I think she's like mentally, you know, acute enough to call him out on his bullshit, which I think is necessary.
I like that. Dodge, what you think?
I will see all of the
clips.
The clips
You ain't
when I wake
watching
up in the morning. I'm not staying up for that.
Yes, what you think?
I'm going to a debate watch party tomorrow. So.
Oh, nice.
Oh, where's that at?
Waynesburg.
All right, I might pull up with you.
That's dope.
I'm nervous for Kamala.
Really?
Why?
I'm nervous because since Kamala dropped this run, since she's come into the race, Trump's numbers have not moved. Which means that the people, now hers have skyrocketed from what Biden was at. Skyrocketed, right? I think she's at like 54% now. Trump is still steady at 46, 47, some shit. Where he was winning at some point. So maybe he might have dropped maybe 2 points or some shit like that, right? I think he was at 49 at one point. So now he's at like 47, some shit like that, right? The people who love Trump love Trump.
Yeah.
There's nothing that he's going to say or do that's going
It's
to
a
change
cult
that.
following.
There's nothing that she's going to say to make them go, oh, you know what? I'm voting for her. That's not happening. What she's done is turn the undecideds
Yes.
into pro-Kamalas. But those undecideds are
They're shifty.
Americans. They're shifty. They were undecided. They were not Democratic. They were not. No, they were not. They were just like, yo, I don't care right now. I don't care. Right? America has a problem with women. America has a big perception, and we've gone through this on this podcast. I'm like, you're aggressive. You ain't got to talk to me like that. Right? When speaking to a man, I'm scared of what happens when he touches certain nerves and we see her reaction in real time. I'm scared of the cop coming out.
She gonna do great.
I would love for her to do
She's
great.
gonna destroy.
But I'm
this thing.
scared. It's not me because I'm gonna always vote against Trump, no matter what it is. I've been telling y'all since y'all was saying y'all wasn't gonna vote. It's the people out there that will look at her and say, I don't like that as a leader because she's a woman, because she's black.
They gonna find something.
They will, and they're undecided, and we need them. So this debate is only about Kamala to me. This is not about Trump to me. This one is whether she locks those people in or gives some back, and they might not go to Trump. They might just become undecided again. You understand what I'm saying? In my mind, I want to see her take off her earrings.
I want to see her speak patois.
I want to see her get to it
Wild up.
in my mind, but I don't know what those undecideds. I didn't do it this time.
Your Trump hands.
I didn't do my Trump hands this time. I did it this. I don't know what those undecideds, how they're gonna view certain behavior now that Trump and the Republicans have made her ethnicity. Sorry,
Both her
Chloe.
ethnicity and her nationality. Actually,
Chloe did what's her name? Not Chloe. The dark skinned girl looks like you, talks like you.
What?
What the fuck?
All right.
Ethnicity, nationality. The one that was arguing with Ice Spice. Cleo. Anyway, now that they've made her ethnicity, nationality, the point of reference when it comes to her. Like that's the thing that they want to make a big deal out. I'm worried about how they're gonna view the words that come out her mouth.
This is your man.
By the way, end of the show. Love y'all.
Wait.
Make sure you go on Peacock and watch Fight Night.
Nigga, we getting paid for that?
Yo, I loved it. I loved the show. I love the show. Did you watch it?
I just want to say, the So Shameless Book Club, we are wrapping our 4th book. Y'all have nothing to do with this because y'all don't know what the fuck is going on. We are wrapping up our 4th book this weekend, and I'm so proud of us. And we've been reading, and we've been talking, and we've been discussing, and we have our virtual book club, and we're gonna drink mimosas, and we're gonna talk shit about these crazy ass white people. And I'm so proud of the book club community that we have created, and shout out to all of the new people that's in the book club now that weren't there before. Moving on to our 5th book.
Yeah, fire.
That's it.
I love seeing those notifications pop up in the Discord. I wish I knew how to mute them. I'm gonna find it. But the fact that y'all are so active in there, that's really dope. That's really dope. It's really great. What?
Crazy. This is fucking crazy.
We will see y'all next week. Thank y'all for sticking around. Yo, Trom, love to see you here.
Right.
Love to see you here. Yesterday.
Yes, sir.
Love to see you here. Thank you for pulling up. Melly. You cool. Nah. Thank you, Melly, for everything you do. Daj. You actually came to work.
I came to work today, y'all.
That's dope. Join the fucking Patreon, patreon.com/So Shameless Podcast. Y'all know what it is. Find us on YouTube, and peace.